Are this weekend. Only one local team still alive. No surprise who it is. They've been there a few times before. Lisa Holbrook reports tonight. Olathe North ready for one more.
Get around. There you go.
These late season practices are rite of fall around here. Olathe North has won the state title 5 of the last 6 years. Somehow, Coach Gene Weir just keeps cranking them out. If there's a secret, he's not saying.
Well, we get good players and they work hard, and you know, things have just gone our way the last few years. We've had years where they didn't go our way. So now's our turn.
Even with a sideline starting quarterback, the Eagles just reload. It helps when you've got this guy, Maurice Mack. Chances are you've heard of him. 223 yards last week. He's just a few shy of 2,000.
I contribute all that to my linemen, you know, Josh Carroll and those guys. They've been doing a heck of a job this year. I kind of surprised myself this year. I didn't think I was going to get close to 2,000 yards, but, you know, everything's good.
Coach Weir and his team will try to make their perfect season complete when they face Manhattan Saturday afternoon. The objective, of course, add to their already crowded trophy case, but they'll tell you there's always room for one more.
Senior year, it's something totally different. It's a respect for yourself and your class and your school. It's a little different. We need to get another one.
Assembly Monday afternoon. Hope you're here, and around 2 o'clock, and honor the kids, win or lose. You know, they've represented this school in a tremendous fashion. We're very proud of them.
In Olathe with photographer Ron Bussey, Lisa Holbrook, NBC 41 Sports.
Nobody ever gets tired of losing.
No.
Ever.
To take on Manhattan High for the KSHSAA title tomorrow. Today it was time to rally the troops. Here's Ann Carroll.
Step inside Olathe North High School and you find running back Maurice Mack on the bass drum. In fact, you can't help but feel the football fever.
That's because North goes for state title number 5 in the last 6 years Saturday in Emporia. Now, the sign here at North is a bit off, but they tell me they're hoping for a new paint job after Saturday. Now, North has quite a winning streak on the line. They've won 24 straight games dating back to 1999.
Everybody, you know, calls it a dynasty, but it's, you know, this program has worked, you know, their butts off, and their coaches have been doing their job. And
We expect them to try to achieve the best they can be every day, and then these things come along. We've had 17 years before we won one, and those are great years too.
But for some of these Eagles, a 2001 title would be extra special.
I knew I was coming to North ever since I was a little kid. My dad played here under Coach Weir, and I think Maurice's dad played here also. So it's just, you know, it's a family tradition, you know. You come here and you expect to win, and you work hard at it.
it makes it even more better, you know, going out with a bang. So it'll be real fun.
And even more fun if the Eagles continue to not skip a beat. Ann Carroll, Fox 4 Sports.
Finals tomorrow on the Kansas side, semifinals on the Missouri side. Going to Jeff City tomorrow. Jeff City and Blue Springs should be a good one.
Oh, man, I'll say Blue Springs are powerhouse again.
Under his charge, the Eagles were going for their 5th state title in 6 years. Now look at the score. You can see that mission was accomplished. The Eagles beat Manhattan for the 2nd straight year in the championship game, this time 21-7. Maurice Mack carried the ball 35 times for 171 yards and 2 TDs. He also threw a 10-yard touchdown pass, so Mack was part of all 3 of North's scoring plays. The dynasty continues. North won titles in 96, 97, 98 last year, and now again in 2001.
Cheers against Manhattan. Neil Jones has more from Emporia.
Manhattan came in hoping to avenge a championship game lost to Olathe North last year, while the Eagles were looking for a 2nd straight state title. Mistakes would loom large, and the Indians would turn it over first as Josh Carroll hammers the punter, allowing Alan Sturr to pick up the loose football at the Manhattan 9. 3 plays later, Maurice Mack slices over from the 3, and Olathe North leads it 7-0. Up by 7, the Eagles put together a long drive, but they're going to face 4th down and 8. Maurice Mack breaks loose around left end for 18 big yards down to the 9. Then Mack blows over from the 4, and it's 14-0 Olathe North. The Eagles would only complete 1 pass on the day, but it was a big one, as quarterback Dallas Browning pitches to Maurice Mack, who pulls up and hits a wide-open Browning with his perfect strike in the end zone, It's good for 10 yards and a 21-7 lead as Olathe North is on their way to another state championship.
Right now, this is the best. Last year, that one was the best. We're all the best when you win them.
Maurice Mack was overwhelmed by his emotions, and why not? The senior rushed for 172 yards on 35 carries.
There's no greatest feeling in the world. Back-to-back, you know, it feels good, but this one is real special for us seniors, you know, going out on top of the mountain, so it feels real great.
So the Eagles are once again champions of Kansas 6A football. At Emporia State, Neil Jones, KCTV5.
Congratulations to the Eagles. They win at 21-7. Manhattan was held to just 51 yards of offense.
Scored 5 touchdowns. The Manhattan offense would struggle, throwing 5 interceptions in the ballgame as Olathe North routed Manhattan 42-7. Now today, Coach Gene Weir of Olathe North looks for his 5th state crown in the last 6 years, and the man running the football is Maurice Mack. Olathe North, Manhattan next for the state crown on Metro Sports. Good afternoon and welcome to the Welsh Field on the campus of Emporia State University as today Metro Sports presents the 2001 Kansas 6A State Football Championship game as Olathe North takes on Manhattan. Kevin White with you here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Metro Sports. Well, today, Olathe North looking for back-to-back 6A state football crowns in 5 of the last 6. But they've got to get past Manhattan for a 2nd straight year. Our broadcast partner today, Theotis Brown. And Theotis, let's talk about some big backs today. And we'll start with Romar Clark of Manhattan.
Certainly, number 34, Romar Clark. This guy, big-time player, nearly 6 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns, which leads the team 800 yards. This guy, he has to make things happen in a split-T offense.
But who's the key today for Manhattan?
Certainly Mark Irvin, quarterback number 1. He has to make things happen. He has to make good decisions, good throws down the field, but secure the ball. The best thing for his team to do, for him to do, is keep Olathe Eagles off the field, and that's with his running legs and then his throwing football.
And as far as running the football for the Olathe North Eagles, the Mack attack's back, isn't it?
The Mack attack's back. I'll tell you, last week was the Mack attack. This week, folks, it's the Big Diesel. I'm telling you what, he is the whole key to the offense for Olathe North. They're going to want him inside, outside in that belly offense. The big man gets going. I tell you what, they will be successful today if he has a running game like he did last week against Arnie Mission East.
And also joining us on the broadcast from the high school roundup, Chad Harvards.
Kevin, the biggest difference right now between this year's game and last year's game has been the weather. A year ago this weekend in Lawrence, Kansas, temperatures in the low 40s. I remember being on the sidelines, leather coat and gloves. Gene Weir, the Olathe North coach, had on the stocking cap. This year, temperature in the low 70s. Right now, I've got on just the windbreaker. Gene Weir's got on the ball cap. A great weather forecast for a state championship game, but a chance of rain before the 4th quarter comes to an end.
All right, thanks, Chad. The opening kickoff coming up next. Olathe North, Manhattan for a state crown in 2001 on Metro Sports. Mostly sunny skies, a gorgeous late autumn day here in Emporia, Kansas. Temperatures in the 70s. As we're ready for Manhattan and Olathe North for the state crown. There's Butch Albright, head coach of Manhattan in his 4th season. Longtime defensive coordinator. Taking over the reins a few years ago and back to the state title game for the 2nd straight year. Kickoff is underway. Wendell Parrish at the goal line, and it'll be a touchback. So 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Manhattan Indians as you take a look at Gene Weir, the head coach of Olathe North in his 21st year. He's won 84% of his ball games and 4 state crowns, looking for a 5th today as he wears his Brandon Weir KU hat. His son, of course, Brandon, plays football at the University of Kansas. Quarterback for Manhattan is Mark Irwin. Passed for 10 touchdowns, rushed for 7, so he's a guy that can do both passing and rushing. Dangerous balanced quarterback here. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. The quarterback keeping and running into a lot of resistance as maybe 1 on the play.
big number 50 there, Josh Carroll. We'll talk a little bit about him as we go along. Had a little bit of elbow problem there, Theotis. But I'll tell you what, he's out there to play. This is Saturday afternoon. We've had the rumble. We've had the shootout at the OK Corral. Today, it's just a brawl out here today.
2nd down and 9. This offense does a number of things. Brad Hammett is the offensive coordinator. A lot of misdirection. Run some option. They'll throw it. And they'll give it to the fullback, Romar Clark. And it's a guy with nearly 800 yards. Gets a couple on the play as we check the Indians offensively up front. Schoenfeld, Briggs, Schmale, Silva, and Garcia. Leading rusher is the fullback, Romar Clark. Mentioned nearly 800 yards. And their top receiver is Cole Brokennicki with 14 catches. 3rd down and long here, guys.
You see, also watch number 75 there, number Adam Venegas. Remember him from last week there, Kevin? Had some big plays again. Big stop there in the last play.
3rd down and 6. The fullback gets it again. Carves out a couple of yards. It's going to be 4th down and 4 now for Manhattan. Checking the Eagles defensively today. Guys up front, Pickens, Rhodes, Venegas, as Rich mentioned, and Carroll. Top tackler is Royal Whitaker with 118 total tackles. And Tyler Webb subbing for an injured John Lamb at free safety in the secondary.
They got a pretty good cornerback there, too, and Maurice Mack. He's not bad, huh? He got some acceleration.
Division I prospect. 4th down, punting time now. And a high snap. Brokennicki in trouble. Going to be hit by Carroll. The ball loose. Picked up. Alan Stewart's got it. And the Eagles will have it at the 10-yard line in Manhattan territory. So an early special teams miscue. And the Eagles in business.
One of the things we talked to Coach Albright about, keys to victory. He talked about field position, time of possession, and turnovers, especially in your end of the end zone. And you see it right there. One of the miscues on a punt situation. It was a high snap. Goes over, sails over the punter's head. Here he tries to pick it up. Worst thing you do, you fall on it, it gets kicked around, it gets picked up by Olathe North. Bad situation for the Indians, but good situation for the Eagles.
Dallas Browning subbing for the injured John Lamb. Gives it to Mack right up the middle, inside the 5, down near the 2-yard line. So Maurice Mack with a quick 8 on his first carry of the ball game.
Look for them. They're going to be running the belly series. And what's difficult about this, Theotis, is the backs make the same steps every time, and the offensive linemen make the same steps. But out of that, you can run an option, you can run a counter trap inside, and you can go off tackle. Which way do you go as a defensive lineman? They create a lot of confusion. That's why they're so successful on offense, especially when they got a guy like Maurice Mack in the backfield.
Baldy, the reason that they can create that because those guys up front, they do a heck of a job in staying with their blocks, staying with all of the guys helmet on helmet.
2nd down and goal from near the 3 for the Eagles. Mack again into the end zone. Forget about it. Touchdown. Olathe North. Maurice Mack.
And they're just going right behind right guard there. Matt Smith, Clay Rhodes up there in the center. They just get good push up front there like that. And we got Maurice Mack. We know how much better he's getting out there in the field, Theotis. He's really got his chance to run this year. He's learning what's happening with the defenses, what to expect. That's why he's improved every week.
3-yard touchdown run for Maurice Mack. Now 27 total touchdowns for the senior. As extra point try is up and good for the Eagles. Now let's take a look at Maurice Mack. Maurice Mack capping this drive here.
At ground level, big Maurice Mack there, as I said, running behind his guard there. He got a nice full block. He got, of course, number 35 on the kick out. We're going to say his name all the time, folks. Royal Whitaker. Hey, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's got the heart of a mountain, and he shows, again, pit level there. Watch Royal Whitaker on the kick out block. That's allowed Maurice Mack to get inside there. And I'm telling you what, this kid Mack, people say Richard Darren Sproles is up here, Mack is here. I don't know, Theotis. I'm seeing a kid here. He's got some good explosion, knows where to go with the ball, gets there quick.
Well, Albright and the Indians, they really have to figure out they can't give Olathe North that short of field position. It just can't happen. Of course, Maurice Mack had a heck of a season this year. But again, you talked about Royal Whitaker. Royal Whitaker is the kind of guy that kind of sets you free. He can do just that. This guy is strong, thick. You can see right there, Albright, the defensive coordinator for the Manhattan Indians.
Well, in broad terms, I'll tell you what, Manhattan's nose is bleeding a little bit right now. They took a right hook in the shot there. They'll wipe it off, come back, start all over.
Kick away, Wendell Parrish fielding at the 1-yard line for Manhattan. And he doesn't get to the 20-yard line as the Eagles special teams impressive here early.
That was number 1 there for him. Desmond Jamison laying some wood out there.
DJ Wild, number 44, laid the leather. Came down. Special teams, you got to have an attitude, Rich. You know, these guys just come down. They come out and play. They don't get a chance to play a lot. This is an opportunity for them to showcase their talents. DJ Wild.
1st and 10 from the 19 now for the Indians. Play out of the I-70 conference. Finished 2nd this year to Salina Central. Quarterback keeping on the option, spinning off tackles and backing his way up to the 21-yard line and a pickup of 2.
Rich, you know, when you look at this Olathe North football team, we know they have a heck of an offense. But this guy right here, Royal Whitaker, they run a 4-4 defense. First of all, you try to get through the first wave of defenders, then you got to go through the second wave, and he's part of that second wave. This guy can make a lot of plays. D1 prospect, people talk about his size, but Kevin, he has good attitude.
He says the size really doesn't matter. It's how you play the game and what kind of heart you have. That's what he tells me this week, as we've got a equipment timeout for a Manhattan running back there, Wendell Parrish. Terry Kinney is your referee today.
Well, to run this option offense, you've got to get the dive back going. So look for the 2 big guards up front there, Paul Silva, Justin Briggs. They've got to get some movement up front.
2nd down and long. Irwin's first pass, setting up, gunning, and Dallas Browning bats it away from the tight end, Spencer Roberts, incomplete.
Dallas Browning, excellent job on the man-to-man coverage there. Theotis looking to the ball right when the receiver does, gets his inside hand up so he doesn't worry about interference, deflecting away, stops the play-action pass.
Browning did a good job. Here's a guy that doesn't get a chance to play a lot on offense, the backup quarterback. Now he's the starting guy. Plays solid defense. This secondary is good because these guys are up front. That 4-4 defense. Ball was slightly underthrown, but good play by Browning.
It's going to be 3rd down and 7 yards to go now for Manhattan, as they have it at their own 22-yard line. Clark going in motion. Irwin trying to set up a screen, and now going to be sacked. Eagles all over him. John Pickens made the first contact. Aaron Hicks finished him off.
If you saw the defense, Theotis, right at the snap of the ball there, Olathe North shifted to a 4-man deep in the zone. If you're going to run zone, you better get some pressure on the quarterback. But I'm telling you what, up front there, we're going to watch Carroll, we're going to watch Pickens, Adam Venegas. Look at this. They see the screen, they play it. Now there's nowhere to go downfield with the ball. Let's go hit that quarterback, get some meat in this brawl right there. Great job there on the defense by Olathe North.
Hey, that was going to be the shovel pass. They sniffed that out.
Brokanicki gets a good way, a very good high spiraling punt. Mack going to let it hit. Takes an Olathe North hop and then his touchdown near the 47-yard line. So the Eagles will have it in great field position at their own 47-yard line. Maurice Mack, the only touchdown of the ball game, a 3-yard touchdown run at the 9:18 mark to go in your first quarter. And Olathe North off to a nice start in this one, trying to win their 5th state title in the last 6 years and make it back-to-back 6A state crowns. As we're in Emporia, Kevin White, Rich Baldinger, Theotis Brown, and Chad Harbert's here. There you look at the seasonal numbers for Mack, nearly 2,000 yards. And they'll toss it to him on 1st down. Turning the corner to the 48-yard line. Alan Disbro with the stop for Manhattan after a gain of 4 on the play, maybe 5.
Disbro, we talked about between Coach Albright and I. He said this guy can play football. He runs side to side. Last year they had an outstanding D1 guy at K-State, Matt Butler. He took over the reins from this young man. But Brisboe does a good job of running to the football and stretching that play out. Really, you look at Olathe North only getting 3 yards. Good play by the Manhattan Indians.
Of course, Manhattan's had a number of great linebackers play there. Of course, Chiefs fans will remember Gary Spaney was a Manhattan Indian. On 2nd down, Mack trying to turn the corner. Great defensive stop by Michael Jevons, number 10 there, as he leaped on him and shut him down for very little on that play. As we check Manhattan's defensive front line up front, that is actually Olathe North. And as far as Manhattan defensively, they go with Lattimore, O'Neill, Wilson, and Carpenter. The linebackers will be Delahunty, Disbro, Jevons, and Hannibal. And in the secondary, Plummer, Gaskins, and Irwin. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 yards to go here for Olathe North, leading 7-0 as they took advantage of a special teams miscue by Manhattan. Alan Stewart in motion. Play action by Browning. Firing deep, looking for Colby Greer, incomplete, off his hands. Coverage in the secondary by Matt Plummer.
Excellent job there, Matt Plummer, on the coverage. But, you know, they talked about Dallas Browning. Does he have the ability to throw down the field? Well, right there, he shows me rolling out nicely, setting up his block there, number 54, Clay Rhodes, getting behind him, and doing a nice job of laying the ball. Maybe needs a little bit more elevation. Take a look at it, Theodis. Watch Dallas Browning. He's rolling out here, set up back there. Nice throw, but just needs a little bit more height on that ball, and that's a big completion right there for Olathe North.
Tyler Webb to punt it away for Olathe North. Averaging 37.1 yards per punt. They'll clear the area here as it dribbles inside the 15. Touchdown at near the 14-yard line, so that's where the Indians will get it. Trailing 7-0 here. 6:01 mark to go in your first quarter.
It's kind of funny to watch the Olathe North Eagles punt the football. They're not used to punting the football.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Manhattan, an excellent job. What they're going to do there with that number 10, Michael Jevons, is he's your monster back. And they let him go wherever he wants. And if they feel like this is where the offense is going to come on, whether the option or toss outside, hey, his job is to make penetration, create havoc in the backfield. That's what he did, making a big stop there and second down against Olathe North.
1st and 10 now for Manhattan at their own 14-yard line. The backfield of Parrish and Clark. This will be Parrish with some running room up the middle. Royal Whitaker there to knock him off his feet at the 19-yard line, but it's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Good positive yards on first down. You like that. You see from ground level, you see the kick out by the guard right there. The running back gets it up inside. Good positive yards. Good tackle by Royal Whitaker there. But this is what Manhattan has to do. With this split T offense, they have to be able to soften up the middle because they do run a lot of deceptive plays.
Seasonal numbers for Royal Whitaker, who leads the Eagles in tackles. And up the middle carry for Romar Clark for a couple up to the 22-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down coming up here, and a lot of misdirection with this team. How do you defend the misdirection, Theo?
Well, first of all, you got to stay at home. The defense has to stay at home. They have to be very disciplined. And Gene Weir, his defense has been that, but they're going to have to do more so today versus Manhattan because these guys will have to play hard because Manhattan throws a lot of stuff at you. A lot of wrinkles, misdirections, deceptive reverses, slip screens. This is good offense for Albright.
It's 3rd down and 2 now. Parrish up the middle. I don't think so. Eagles all over him in their blue jerseys.
Well, I'm going to tell you what right there, folks. That battle was won by Royal Whitaker in the middle. He is going to step up and take the C out of Clark's name right here, and that's the reason why. Let's go to the pit level here. Hope we can see it. Watch right here, man, number 35. Step up right there in the hole right there, folks. That's what you call delivering a blow, creating a pile. The big man, number 35, Royal Whitaker.
And Aaron Hicks was on there, too, number 56. Those two inside linebackers, they stuffed that hole right where it started right there. I mean, those guys... That's what makes that team so good. They can hit the gaps.
Brokennicki to have his 3rd punt of the ball game. Another high spiral. Very good punter is Brokennicki as Booknight fields it at the 43-yard line for the Eagles. And stopped at the 45. Great coverage that time by Spencer Roberts for Manhattan. Return of 2 yards after the nice punt. And keep in mind he is punting against the wind. So,
boy, those are good punts.
It is good.
Solid punts.
You know, Theos, I think what Manhattan's going to have to do to have success is they're going to have to spread the field against this 4-4 defense. They've got to create some one-on-one mismatches out there. You're not going to be able to play power football inside there. I'm telling you, the inside tackles there, Clay Rhodes and Adam Venegas are very good for Olathe North. They're going to have to create some mismatches on the outside.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 46 in their own. Mack right up the middle. Not much there for Mack as he carved out 2 on the play. Disbro with the stop, number 46 for the Indians there.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Disbro, a fine athlete. He's one of their better athletes on the team. Again, talk about the outstanding linebacker core through the years from Manhattan defense, and this guy can do a Disbro right here.
2nd down and 8 now for the Eagles. Team that averages 35 points per game. Quarterback optioning, keeping Browning to the 48 before he's knocked off his feet.
Dishbro doing an excellent job of scraping over the top there. They took the dive read. Dallas Browning saw that, pulled the ball, was going to work outside there. But again, number 46 Dishbro on the outside, scraping there. If we can see it, Theodis, you'll see him an excellent job scraping over the top. Watch him take the dive read here. Dallas Browning, he pulls it. Now get up. There's Dishbro right there to make the play on the outside. He has to be there because he has contained on the quarterback.
Manhattan defense very stingy, giving up less than a touchdown per ball game. It's 3rd down and 5 now for the Eagles. Fumble exchange, and Disbro covers it up for the Indians. So the turnovers even at 1 apiece now.
And that's what we talked about, what Albright said. One of the things, the keys to the game, field position, turnovers, and capitalizing on the turnovers.
What happened there, Dallas Browning is looking to run the option. He's making his reads there, but he's looking downfield. But remember the first thing, you've got to get the ball, Theodis. Ride with the quarterback, get that ball there. Nothing's going to happen unless you get the ball exchange between the center and the quarterback.
So Manhattan with its best starting field position of the ball game, as they have it at their own 46-yard line. Parrish and Clark in the backfield as Brokennicki goes in motion, and flags on the play. Early movement. Possibly Venegas there.
Big number 75. You know, these are the type of mistakes that Olathe North can have today if they want to come out on top. They had some of these against Shawnee Mission East last week. This is a much better team in Manhattan. This could cost them the game.
Well, I'm really
Schmidt on the defense. 1st down, 5 yards.
I've been impressed with Manhattan's defense the last couple of series. They've done a good job. Forced the punt. Now the turnover. Now let's see if Manhattan Indians can capitalize on the turnover.
1st and 5 from the 49 in Eagles territory here.
Manhattan from the 49-yard line.
Brokennicki in motion again. Play action by Irwin. Gunning the middle. Pass deflected and falls incomplete. Looked like he was looking for Brokennicki over the middle there.
Yeah, nice little play action pass there, looking for Brokennicki over the middle, but big number 54, Clay Rhodes there, gets his hands up. Hey, if you can't get pass rush, get your hands up. Watch number 54 here. See the quarterback sits inside there, right there. Get your hands up. Great job there with the defense line, Clay Rhodes. Good technique there. As I always tell you, defense linemen, if you don't get the push, get your hands up. You're doing a good job on the play action there. As you see Manhattan looking, they had Brokennicki open there right in the middle. Irwin did, but a little low in the pass. Clay Rhodes, excellent defensive play.
2nd down and 5 now for Manhattan. Misdirection action there, but the Eagles not fooled. Royal Whitaker shutting down Parrish for a gain of 1 on the play. That 35's everywhere, isn't it, Theodis?
Yes,
Royal Whitaker.
You know, talking with Coach Weir earlier today, he said Royal Whitaker is one of the players on this football team that gives you 100%. He probably plays at 100% of his potential, more so than anybody else on the football team. He finds a way to get it done. He's a gamer. He's a football player, Kevin.
It's going to be 3rd down and 4 now for Manhattan. Near the midfield stripe. Edener goes in motion, give it on a draw play. Romar Clark, the big guy, trying to hop over the pile, but only nets a couple on the play. It's going to be 4th down as we check in with Chad Harberts now.
Well, Rich Baldinger's talked a couple times about Josh Carroll already in this ball game. He's not only one of the best offensive and defensive linemen in the city, he is one of the best wrestlers in the entire state of Kansas, a 2-time defending state champion. That big wrap on his elbows where he has torn it up this football season. He will miss the first 4 weeks of the wrestling season as he recovers, but he's not missed a single play in this football game.
Thanks, Chad. Yeah, he's won 66 straight matches. He was 34-0 last year as a state champion. And 4th down and short, punting time for Brokennicki, who's had a huge first half punting. It's been the worst of his punts. Takes a north hop and is covered up at the 21-yard line.
And what's tough about that injury is today's game is all hands, Theo. It's all wrestling in the pits. So you're taking people on every time. You're not using your shoulders. You're taking them on with your hands. And with that elbow, I've had that injury before. Very painful because you get some of those pieces caught in that joint and it gets stuck a little bit, you know. It's like, man, you wish you could get a spoon in there and just kind of clean it out a little bit.
Yeah, he looks like a gunslinger there at that paw, that flipper out there. But not only a heck of a wrestler, but also an outstanding baseball player.
Yes, he is. Actually wants to play baseball in college. At 435 with a half dozen home runs. So, young man, very good baseball player. Catcher as Mack right up the middle. And Mack near the 23, 24-yard line on the play.
you know, talking about Josh Carroll, and it was interesting, you know, talking with Coach Weir. You know, he enjoys whatever season's in play. He enjoys that. If it's football, baseball, or basketball, he's a hungry guy. How'd you like to have him break up the double play? Have him barreling down on you.
Big Daddy.
Right.
Wants to be a coach. They call him Coach Carroll. He's always watching film, so he gets back his college days. He wants to either coach baseball or football. As Stewart in motion on 2nd down and 6. Optioning is Browning, the quarterback keeping, and gets whirled to the turf after a short pickup. Sean Wilson with the defensive stop for Manhattan.
We talked about putting 8 and 9 men in the box there. Excellent job by Manhattan. They're not going to let this option get going at all. They're closing on that dive immediately there, but they're also doing an excellent job on Dallas Browning, making him get a little deeper in the backfield when he comes down the line. He's got to turn up a little quicker, Theodis. He wants to get better yards on that offense, on the option.
Yeah, good time. They haven't given up the big play as yet. They're doing a good job of forcing these guys to work. They're forcing the Eagles to work hard.
3rd down and 3 for Olathe North. Alan Stewart in motion. Toss sweep to Mack. Cuts it back. Pounds his way for the first down as he's up to the 32-yard line. Good cutback there by Maurice Mack.
Not only a good cutback, but a good hard run. Pads were low. He turned it upfield. Saw the crease, went upside. And the nice thing about Maurice Mack, not only his speed, but his overall strength. The guy has good feet, good strength. And on that particular play, he did a good job of keeping those pads low, gentlemen.
First quarter in the books here from Emporia. Maurice Mack, the lone touchdown run. Olathe North 7, Manhattan nothing. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Metro Sports. Back here in Emporia at the Welsh Field. Eagle Band loves Metro Sports as we begin play with the second quarter. And 1st and 10 for the Eagles now. And right up the middle, Royal Whitaker, the fullback. And he gets a nice gain on 1st down. And they got to give this guy a bone sometimes. He blocks the whole ball game and is their top linebacker. They got to give him some touches now and then.
Well, they certainly do. And the thing that you like about Royal Whitaker is it's a hard-nosed back. And this is a changeup. You give him a little bit of dose of your big-time back and Mack, but then you throw in number 35, Royal Whitaker. He softens you up. And nice thing you like about him, you know he can block, but he also has soft hands out of the backfield.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 now for the Eagles as they have it at their own 38-yard line. Not much running room this time for the Eagles as Whitaker gets it again, and it's going to be 3rd down and let's call it about 4 here.
And that's the offense I talked about. They can come back inside with the counter trap. They try to do it both twice there with Whitaker. Now let's go back outside with it, because what happens is your defensive tackles, you're not sure how to read this. The linebackers pinch inside, we scrape outside. That's why they're so effective on offense.
3rd down and 4 as Stewart goes in motion. On the option, Dallas Browning keeps, cuts it up, and has acquired the 1st down as he's up near the 44-yard line.
As I talked about, Kevin, we went inside with 2 counter trap plays, same backfield action. Now Dallas Browning sees that. You see the defensive end pinch to take the dive man. You also see the linebackers inside here take it, and then Dallas Browning sees that. He sees him go for a dive read there. They take it. It's his job, turn it up the backfield. Excellent job by Dallas Browning reading it. This is what type of offense it gives you at Olathe North. Pound it inside, take it outside. Dallas Browning, excellent read on the option.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 44. Here's Maurice Mack following behind Josh Carroll. Gets it up to the 48-yard line before he's gang tackled there. Lucas Carpenter there. Also Michael Jevons.
You know, gentlemen, on this option, Browning he didn't get a whole lot of snaps during the regular quarterback land with the thumb injury, Kevin, you talked about. But Browning, as you mentioned, Rich, does a good job in this option reading the dive back or reading the nose tackle if he's going to pinch down. And you like that. You like that out of a guy who doesn't really have a lot of snaps and a lot of experience at the starting quarterback position.
2nd down at 6 now for Browning. Gives it to the fullback on the dive, and Whitaker is blown up. Nothing doing there. Good job by the defensive line there as Michael Jevons there along with Drew O'Neal.
Yeah, he should have probably pulled it on that, but let me tell you, when you run the option, the quarterback is never wrong to give it to the dive back here, especially when you got number 35 right there. But that was an excellent job. They baited it. Number 10, Jevons, stayed inside there. Dallas Browning saw that there. Most of the time when you give it to your dive back, he's going to get positive yardage. You'll be all right. The defense won that time.
It's 3rd down and 5 now for the Eagles. Wing goes in motion. Toss sweep to Mack. Mack breaking tackles, has the first down. Maurice Mack down to the 41 before Michael Jevons jumps on his back. Hard running by Maurice Mack.
And you're going to continue to see him get better and better as the game goes on. This was a big-time run by running back number 24, Maurice Mack. Look at the kickout block by Whitaker. You see him run through the arm tackle, keeps his pads low. Rich, he keeps his legs moving. You like that out of a running back. You can see just a regular toss sweep. Watch the kick out by Roy Whitaker. Mack cuts up inside, runs through the arm tackle, keeps going, first down.
Gain of 11. Here's Maurice back in action, backing his way down to the 35-yard line and a pickup of 6.
I'll tell you what, the big diesel is getting warmed up, folks, and cylinders are starting to go forward now. We talked about the big Mack attack, but what is happening right now, Olathe North is doing a tremendous job up front. They're getting movement, and I'm talking about the misdirection again. Here you go, Mack following his back, and watch Royal Whitaker there on the pop. Excellent job there. Also number 32 for him on a good block. Alan Sturr there leading the black through there, and that's what they give you. When you watch this offense, it's the same blocking schemes, but they can hit inside or outside with it. A lot of confusion for the defense.
Mack, 10 carries, 43 yards. This is the fullback Whitaker, and he ran into a couple of Indians there and just pushed him back a couple of yards.
Wow. And that's what we talk. we went inside with a couple plays, maybe didn't get very good yardage. We come outside with a sweep, we do well. Now let's go back inside with the big man Royal Whitaker there. As you see, now number 10, their monster back, Jevons. How do I play this, Kevin? Do I stay inside? Do I stay outside? That time he thought he was going to stay outside. Let's give it to Whitaker up the middle. Good positive yardage for the big man.
And Olathe North has taken a timeout here, their first the first half. 8:18 mark to go here in the second quarter.
When you run the belly option, Theodis, the thing what it does against the defense is it creates a series of what they call confusion. And what that does is defense might play one way, but it puts you in jeopardy of them coming back and running another play the other way. So the defense really doesn't know how to react. They try to stay at home, and then you begin to play tentative, then you just start getting knocked off the ball.
Well, it starts with the guys up front. I mean, those guys do a good job up front, and their big offensive line is getting the initial push. But again, the quarterback is doing a good job in reading the defense, taking what the defense is giving him, and that's the option. If they roll to the outside, they get big number 24 Maurice Mack going upfield, they can get some positive yards. I'm sure there's Coach Weir right there is looking at his offense and, you know, talking with both coaches. Both coaches know this is a big football game, and Coach Weir has been there. Obviously, Coach Albright, they've played each other. They're familiar with one another. It's going to be won in the trenches.
It's third down and a yard here now for the Eagles as they set up in the I formation. Toss it to Mack. Mack fighting, breaks a tackle, has the first down to the 28. Gaskins with a good open field stop, but Maurice Mack didn't look like he had the first down initially. Able to break that tackle and acquire the first down for the Eagles.
Hey, he didn't have the first down on the first initial hit. Watch the regular toss sweep. Watch, he gets hit back in the back, but right there they have him. They have him right there. The nice thing about it, he runs through those arm tackles. See how just a regular toss sweep again. See the kick out by Whitaker. The defensive back filters back in, but he runs through those arm tackles, and you like that strong inside running by number 24, Maurice Mack. Gets up inside, very patient, bounces off a tackler, good positive yards.
First and 10 from the 27. Mack back to work, and not much running room there as he's shut down on the defensive line there. Alan Disbro with the stop for the Indians.
Well, you know what I like about this guy, Royal Whitaker, number 35, is he's not a type of guy, Theo, who's going to cut people in the backfield. Play before he saw force came up. Hey, I'm going to put a helmet on him. He spun the force around. That was enough to allow the big man, Maurice Mack, to get through. You can't arm tackle this guy, as you see. That's why he gets a good play there inside on the outside there. Big running yardage for Maurice Mack.
Second down and 9. Mack now lining up in a slot. Mack is the lone setback. And fumbled exchange here, and big pile up here. Eagles with one turnover in the ball game. Looks like Eagles will maintain possession and will have third down and long here.
Well, you certainly don't want to turn the football over in the red zone down here, Rich.
Not at all.
And see, again, it's quarterback and center exchange. It starts right there. You see right there on ground level. See, like he popped up. The quarterback was not in sync with the center.
It looked like the center went a little too early, maybe.
Absolutely.
A little too early, and it looked like the quarterback wasn't exactly sure of his assignment. These are the type of mistakes that Olathe North cannot afford today.
It's 3rd down and 9 now for the Eagles, leading 7-0 here. Play action by Browning. Now fires, and the pass tipped away, intended for Royal Whitaker, but Todd Hannibom, nice defensive play. The linebacker swatted that one out of the air.
It was an excellent job there by Royal Whitaker coming out of the backfield. Dallas Browning, you got to lead it. You got to make the throw. He did the play action, rolled out. He throw him the ball. Don't wait there. He allowed the linebacker to come and recover where he was lost. Take a look at it here. You're going to see number 35, Royal Whitaker, come across there on a little shallow route. Throw it now. Throw it. Throw it. There he is. You have it. By waiting there, he allowed the defensive back to catch up and make a play.
And the Eagles will go for it here on 4th down and 9. Give it to Maurice Mack. Mack trying to turn the corner. Great stiff arm. Has the first down. Maurice Mack inside the 10. 5. And he stepped out of play near the 9-yard line. But how about the guts? 4th down and 9. Toss it out to 24.
4th and 9. And you run a toss sweep with number 24, Maurice Mack. Watch it right here, folks. You know, he's coming right at you on the top of the screen right there, a regular, just a handoff. He gets inside, gets a good initial block. But again, we talk about you can't arm tackle him. He sheds a block, sheds a tackler, gets to the outside, keeps his balance. Watch right here, inside handoff, the kick out block. He gets inside, bounces outside. One-on-one, I'll take Maurice Mack.
Aaron Combs couldn't make the open field stop. 1st and goal for the Eagles from the 9. Here goes Maurice back to work. Down to the 5. And Delahanty pushing him back at the 4.
Theodis, what we're running right now is what we call a counter trade. Pull the backside guard in the tackle, get that kick out block. You're seeing Josh Carroll, Matt Smith, Clay Rhodes, but also let's highlight number 80 downfield, Steve Atkins. The running game goes good when you're people downfield. Watch them here. Great double team at the point of attack. Kick out. Josh Pickens. Get there. Get down there. Watch this man Atkins, number 80 there. That's the type of block. When you get that, your running back's going to get positive yardage, Theodis. And you know, as a former running back, you love to see those wide receivers down there blocking for you.
Oh, absolutely, because that makes you one-on-one with those little bitty safeties.
2nd down and goal from the 4 now. Mack following Whitaker to the end zone. Touchdown, Olathe North. Mack's 2nd of the ball game.
You know, I just highlighted number 80 Hackett, and they had him down at the line of scrimmage here, and he was blind to block Seth Wilson, number 57. I don't know if you can see it on the highlights here, but he just got pummeled. But hey, Maurice Mack, you know, gets through the hole there. As you said, when he's near the end zone, he can smell that touchdown every time, buddy. That dog can hunt.
Yeah, this was just a good, solid drive by the Olathe North Eagles. Just smash mouth, nothing fancy. Inside, outside, the counter tray. They did everything right on this drive.
Casey Smith with the extra point. It's good. 14-0 behind the touchdown run of Maurice Mack.
Yeah, up front there, Josh Carroll. Watch him get this double team. Gets on the linebacker there. I talked about Atkins getting run over, but look at the stick by Royal Whitaker. That's just enough. Hey, he doesn't get all the movement there on number 20 on Matt Plummer, but it's enough to keep him from getting his hands in, making the play there. Watch it again at pit level. Hit him. Boom. You hear them pads pop. Your big man Max threw for the touchdown.
You know what's nice about number 80? The nice thing he did, he absorbed the block and just let the guy collapse on you. Hey,
there he goes.
There he goes right there in front of you.
And that's it. He couldn't make the play.
And big Maurice gets inside. Good. Again, you know, you watch that how that whole thing was set up. 13 rushes, 67 yards. Hey, I like that average.
You know what I like about him, too? When he gets near the end zone, both hands come around the ball. And how about his pad levels there? He doesn't give anybody anything to hit. He runs low. Good forward lean. That's why he's coming out to be a great running back.
Down to the field, and Chad Harberts now.
Well, Kevin, not only did Olathe North melt about 9 or 10 minutes off the clock with that drive, but they turned the ball over now to their very stingy defense. In the past 2 years, they have played 22 quarters of playoff football, including this game. In those 22 quarters, the Eagles have allowed a grand total of 7 points. Being down 14-0 is not a good sign for the Manhattan Indians.
Smith with the kick away. This one will go out of bounds. And near the 30-yard line, flags will come out. So Manhattan will get it in good field position, but trailing 14-0 behind 2 touchdown runs by Maurice Mack. So Mark Irwin and the Manhattan Indians got their work cut out, Theodis.
They certainly do. Mark Irvin last year just had a horrible, horrible afternoon, throwing 4 interceptions today. He has to play smart. They really have to play smart, really get that offense. Here he is. You can see it excited. Hey, very boisterous in the huddle, and you have to have that right now. Your team is behind 14-0. You're in charge. You're the commando. You got to get that team on your back and carry them at least to somewhere respectability in this football game thus far.
So after the penalty, the ball spotted at the 35 in Manhattan zone. Parrish and Clark in the backfield. The wing is Brokennicki. As the option near side, Irwin trying to cut it back. And still on his feet, across the 40. And he has a first down out to the 46. Great feat by the quarterback, Mark Irwin.
What did we just talk about? He's probably taking the pressure on himself to do things. A busted play here. There's just an option play in the split T. He rolls left. There is nothing there. He reverses his field. Here you see his creativity. He's rolling to his left-hand side. He comes back. Now he's coming back right. He's trying to make some things happen, makes a good cut, gets a good first down for his football team.
I'm glad he made a big play because he had a nice pitch out there to his tailback for big yardage. He didn't do it, so he better, or else he's not going to make it back to the sidelines.
First and 10 from the 46. This is Wendell Parrish. Not much as Aaron Hicks shot the gap and put a huge hit on him. Maybe one on the play.
So a tremendous job there by Aaron Hicks. He saw what they were running was what they call a power O play. We pull the backside guard. So when the backside linebacker sees that, he knows that he's going to get chipped probably by the front side tackle. I'm going to shoot the gap. Take a look at it too, Theotis, again. You see number 56, Aaron Hicks getting through there, making a big play, stopping the running back for no gain.
Their defense does a good job of staying home.
#1 defense in the Sunflower Conference this year. On second down and long, play action by Irwin. Gunning the middle deep on the post pattern, and it's deflected away, intended for Travis Chard. Nice coverage in the secondary by Tyler Webb for Olathe North.
Go ahead. Tyler Webb did a good job of staying with that ball. The ball was in the air for a lengthy period of time, but he closes on the ball very well. And good play action. It was very good play action by the Indians. You see the setup. See how long the ball is in the air. The receiver's just about to break open, but good defense by Tyler Webb. Just gets the right hand up there to deflect the ball. Good play. Good defensive play.
In that type of zone defense, a receiver's never supposed to get behind you. So Tyler Webb saved a little bit of his skin there. He wouldn't have gave up a big play.
Tyler Webb subbing for the injured John Lamb. On third down and 9, Irwin firing the middle, wide of the mark, looking for his tight end Wyatt. And Tyler Webb up there to lay some wood to Wyatt. It's going to be 4th down and 9 now for the Indians.
You see Olathe North, they do a tremendous job of running that zone defense. What they play is a 4-4, 3 men deep in the back. They don't let anyone get behind them. The linebackers get good drops. Manhattan's going to have to do a better job of throwing to the underneath the zone, picking up those short gains, move the ball down the field.
Cole Brokennicki to punt it away. Averaging 31 yards per punt thus far in the ball game. Maurice Mack comes up, fields it at the 22, lost it, ball loose, covered up by Disbro. Manhattan football at the 25. Second turnover of the ball game by Olathe North, and Manhattan in business at the 25-yard line.
This is what Manhattan needs right now going into the half with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. This is the big turnover that can possibly help the Manhattan Indians. See Maurice Mack trying to settle in under it, but takes his eye off the ball just slightly, picked up by Manhattan Indians. This is what they need. We talk about field position, turnovers, Rich. This is big for Manhattan.
That's exactly right, Theotis. They need to get something on the board here. You're in the red zone. They can't come away with no points.
4 minutes to play in your second quarter. Manhattan down by 2 touchdowns. Give it to Parrish, who hands it off to Brokennicki. Brokennicki down to the 23. Nice open field stop by Dallas Browning.
Dallas Browning, thank goodness, young man, you were right there at the right time. He say if he doesn't make this tackle, it's a touchdown. They run the counter. They fake the fullback, come around with the wingman in the split T. He comes over, good open field tackle. One of the toughest tackles to make in pro football, as you know. In football at all, Rich, is open field tackling.
He did an excellent job there staying at home, and when you have to be, he had that outside contained there. There's no reason for him to work across the field. Dallas Browning, excellent job doing his assignments. Big game-saving tackle right there.
Second down and 7 from the 22. Parrish, not much. Clay Rhodes, Aaron Hicks collaborate for the stop. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
Well, the one thing about Olathe North defense, I'm going to tell you, these guys up front, Adam Venegas, Clay Rhodes, they see misdirection every day, all day in practice. So you're not going to be fancy. What you're going to have to do is you got to get some movement in the pits. And right now, Manhattan is not doing that up front there. You see big number 54 staying at home, Clay Rhodes, no movement. Folks, you can only do so much trickery, Theotis. Sooner or later, you got to begin to move somebody out of the pits. See our big number 79 there?
Big boy.
Paul Silva. Yeah. 3rd down and 7 now. Irwin on the roll. Hit as he throws, and it's complete to Chard, and he'll have the first down as he steps out near the 14-yard line. As nice pass there to the outside.
Nice throw by quarterback Mark Irwin. Here's a simple play action, rolls right. Here how he gets his feet set, Rich. Look how he gets his feet set. What's nice about that play, the receiver comes back to the football. That was a big-time throw on this particular play. Watch the quarterback right there, rolls, and he gets and he stays with it, even with the hit. Didn't even see the completion.
He didn't see much of anything except a cloud of dust.
Ouch.
10th catch of the season for Chard. Play action, Irwin firing, and the pass broken up, looking for the tight end, Spencer Roberts, but Dallas Browning there to step in front.
Well, a tremendous job there. Irwin, what he's got to see is that what Olathe North do is they're running a zone defense, and the linebacker is dropping so deep there, and it's almost a bracket coverage. You're over and top there. Take a look at it again, Theodore. Watch the quarterback, Irwin. He sets up here in the pocket, and he's looking at his receiver all the way. He doesn't take his eyes off it, and what that does is allows the linebacker, Dallas Browning, to stay underneath. He's got cornerback over the top there. He's got help. That's what we call bracketing. There's no reason to throw the ball there. Quarterback's got to do a better job of looking off that receiver, of the linebacker, frees him so he can open up that throwing lane.
2nd down and 10 now for Manhattan. And now early movement. Hey, as a fan, you have a right to enjoy good sportsmanship as well as a responsibility to practice it. Let's remember that at any high school sporting event, it's the student athlete who's supposed to be the center of attention, not the fan in the stand. A public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and Metro Sports. Coming up, Hy-Vee at the half, as we'll run down the first half numbers for you, and we'll have our first half highlights. 14-0, Olathe North leading Manhattan here in the 6A state title game with 2:29 to go before halftime.
You know, it's real nice that there's no pressure on quarterback Mark Irwin in this drive thus far.
On 2nd down, Irwin pressured this time and throws incomplete to the outside, looking for Chard again. And it's going to be 3rd down now.
Smart play by your quarterback, and there's nothing there. You roll out. You don't put your team in a situation that you throw an interception. You're in the red zone, so ball security is so important, Rich. As you know, down here it's tough enough anyway, but really this offensive line is really giving the quarterback, Irwin, a lot of time to survey the field and make good decisions down the field.
3rd down and 5 from the 9. Romar Clark busting down near the 5, near the 4, very close to the first down stake. It'll be depending on the spot here.
Manhattan doing a better job now. You see him working the sidelines on some comeback routes there, some quick outs, and what they're trying to do is loosen up that defense inside a little bit. But take a look on the inside, Theodis. You know, sooner, as I said, you got to block big number 75 and 54, Clay Rhodes. There they do a little bit of job. They're getting some movement. Big 4th down here in the red zone. Couple minutes left to go in the first half, folks. And the brawl is getting dirty now as the dust is flying in the air.
Butch Albright going to roll the dice. 4th down and 1 now. Ball near the 5-yard line in Olathe North territory. Clark has the first down. The big fullback slicing down near the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal now for Manhattan and Coach Albright.
Big first down by the Indians. This was in the trenches. Down here, 4th and a yard, and they got 3 or 4. Actually, they got 2 yards out of there. Here's some ground level to pit level, Rich. Right there, you see, there he is, big number 34. Clark gets it, hits it up there, and gets positive yards right here, and coming right at you in the living room. This is what you like, in the pits.
1st and goal from the 3 for Manhattan. As Irwin keeping, still on his feet, diving toward the end zone. And they'll say he's down inside the 1-yard line. Boy, Irwin,
Gumby.
you got to
That's
tackle that guy.
He can stretch from one side to the other.
You know, we talked about him before this drive. He has to make something happen. You know, there was nothing happening with their offense. He's finally making some things happen, going into the huddle. And the first drive, man, it's 52 seconds. The clock is still running. This guy's trying to make a play. You can see right here, he spins out of a tackle, goes up, tries to knife over the top. This guy's a gamer.
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Irwin calls his own number.
Doesn't look like he got it.
No signal from the men in stride.
Big number 75 in there.
Now
it is. They give it to him.
Touchdown, Mark Irwin, and it's 14-6 now.
I'm trying to figure what the officials were looking at. He was a yard and a half inside the end zone.
Good push there by the two guards, Justin Briggs, and big number 79, Paul Silver. The court in the center, Tyler Smale. Hey, right there, Theodis, it's not fancy. It's who wants it more. Good push on the offensive line by Manhattan.
Well, credit Mark Irwin on this drive. You know, with his legs and his arm, he made good decisions. The receivers ran good routes. Credit that big offensive line, giving him enough time to throw the football down the field.
Miles Pitts at the extra point try. 32.7 seconds to go here in the first half. Pitts, two-time All-I-70 conference kicker, and got a new ball game here, 14-7. So Manhattan capitalizing on the Maurice Mack muff of the punt and take it in. It's now a touchdown difference in the ball game just before halftime.
It's amazing how fast momentum shifts. If you take a look at the play again, Theodis, but how fast does momentum shift on a big turnover there in special teams? Now it's 14-7. Take a look at it in the pits. I talked about up front there, the left guard, Justin Briggs. Excellent job there on the push on the backside. Let's go right down into the level there. Look at that push. Look at that drive there. Hey, when you get that push in your offensive line, it's an easy time for the quarterback.
Look at the helmets on the other side of that goal line. That tells you how much push they got up front.
Scott Schoenfeld up there. Good drive, good pad level by the offense line. That's what you want to see. Keep them feet going. Don't stop those feet.
And you got your quarterback who just ran a touchdown. Now he's got to run out there on the kickoff team. Hey, more you can do, Kevin, they say.
Maurice Mack is deep.
I think me and you would have to take a break after that one, huh, Theo? Yeah. We might have a little trouble running out there in the field.
Hey, wasn't a lot of yards, but good plays. And I'm a good play call by the offensive coordinator for Manhattan. Just good, solid. That was a good sequence of plays for the Manhattan Indians.
Mack has scored 2 touchdowns in the ball game, but his muff really set up that scoring drive. His kick is through the end zone. Miles Pitts with a huge leg. I mentioned he was two-time all-conference kicker. So first and 10 from the 20 for the Eagles with 32.7 seconds to go here in your first half.
Now, what does that do for your football team going into the third quarter? You know, get that momentum switch. We talked about, Rich, you like that of your football team. You just scored. Now, you don't want to give up anything silly right here. Hey, it's a good football game. You're still in it.
You don't have to worry about Olathe North going really deep with the pass. This is where they got to stay in Manhattan. They got to keep it close, keep it so they got to run the ball.
Give it to Mack. Mack with some daylight to the 25, to the 26, and then Greg Gaskins throws him to the turf. Gain of 6 on the play.
Well, Manhattan, what they're going to have to do here in the second half is just going to have to come out, continue what they did on the offense, keep moving some things around there, spread the field, they'll do better. Take a look at the pit level there. Talked about Mack doing a better job, better awareness on the field, what the defense is doing, and with his offensive lineman. Good running play there by Maurice Mack.
Clock winding down. Final play of the quarter is Mack off the left side. Jevons on his back. Gain of 2, and 2 quarters are in the book here, and a new ball game going here. Olathe North jumping out to a 14-0 lead, but a miscue on the special teams, and Manhattan able to convert. 14-7 your halftime score in the 6A state title game here on Metro Sports. Back here in Emporia at the Welsh Field for the 6A state championship game. Olathe North leading Manhattan 14-7. Guys, a quick recap. The momentum seemed to change after that Maurice Mack turnover, and Manhattan able to cash it, and they're right back in this ball game now.
Certainly, Kevin, and that's the key to the game. Albright talked about, head coach of Manhattan, talked about field position, turnovers. If we can capitalize on the turnovers, we can be in this football game. Certainly, he has been pleased the way his football team has responded thus far.
I would like to hear what Coach Weir is saying at halftime right now, but I'm going to tell you what, Olathe North, 109 yards rushing in the first half. Let me tell you something. The Big Diesel is going to get the ball in the second half, and it is going to be smash-mouth football. They're going to control it, and they're going to take over on this game in the second half.
Patrick Watt, a senior from Allen Northern Heights High School, knows it takes hard work and dedication to excel in high school activities, and he believes these traits will not only help in high school activities and academics, they'll also help in one's future career. The school coaches try to instill these values in high school activities. A message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and Metro Sports. We're at halftime here in Emporia. 14-7, Olathe North leading on our Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Halftime at the championship game in 6A. Olathe North leading by a touchdown. Time now to check our Hy-Vee first half statistics.
You know, Kevin, what's kind of misleading is that time of possession. Manhattan, you would think they would be leading the football game, but it was the costly turnover that they drove 9 plays and 25 yards, which gave Manhattan Indians those 7 points. But again, that yardage that you talked about, Rich, you know, they have 109 yards, but they got to find some way to get Maurice Mack into this football game more, and more.
Well, I think what they're going to do is they're going to continue going inside and outside right now. They can't afford the turnovers. You know, it was 14-0 at that point. They had a chance to take control of the game, blow it wide open. But that momentum shift, that one turnover, give ball back to Manhattan in the red zone, cost them there. And I suspect that Coach Weir right now is having a few choice words for his men out there. But yeah, we knew this was going to be competitive. Manhattan got thumped last year, so you knew they were going to come out fighting this year.
14-7 your halftime score. Olathe North leads it. More of Hy-Vee at the half after this timeout here on Metro Sports. A good one at halftime here in Emporia in the 6A state title game. Olathe North by a touchdown as we check our Hy-Vee first half highlights.
Well, it was a kind of highlights of miscues. You see right there, Browning with the fumble earlier. Obviously, the Indians didn't take advantage of that. You see the big fumble right here by the receiving guy. And then right here, a good open field tackle by quarterback Browning. That set up. Then a touchdown run by Irwin did a good job, which really made it 14-7.
Yeah, on the other side, same thing. Turnovers there by Manhattan in the beginning. You see a high snap to Broken Nicky. Josh Carroll gets in there. Fumble recovered there by Olathe North. But hey, let's give it to the Mac there at the end zone. That's what led to the first touchdown. Turnovers, Theotis. It will cost you every time in the game. Again, Mac to the outside. Watch, we're going to see more of this in the second half, folks. The big Diesel's going to be running. Here was the big play, the 4th and 8. Mac outside, following on that counter tray there. Steps out of bounds right before the touchdown. Hey, but let's go right down into the pitch level again. Mac, excellent pad level. That's the reason why Olathe North is up on top. Number 24 there, running into the end zone.
Mac with 85 yards and 2 touchdown runs for Olathe North as they lead at halftime. Your score is 14-7. Third quarter action coming up next here on our Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week after this timeout. Campus of Emporia State University. We're at the Welsh Field at halftime. 14-7, Olathe North leads it as we check in with Chad now.
Thank you, Kevin. I am down here on the field with head coach Gene Weir. And coach, what did you tell your troops at halftime?
Well, we just have to eliminate those mistakes and get a nice drive in this third quarter. It was almost a nightmare of last year. Fumble punt and offsides, and they're in the end zone. But our kids are playing hard. We just have to play a little smarter.
2 turnovers, very uncharacteristic of an Olathe North Eagle team.
Yes, you know, we can't have any more. You know, they're a good football team, and we need to be able to, you know, get what we can get. First downs are hard to come by.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Gene Weir of the Olathe North Eagles. The third quarter just about set to begin after this commercial timeout on Metro Sports.
Back here in Emporia, 14-7 as we begin play in the third quarter. Olathe North won the toss, deferred their option to the second half, so they'll get the football and they'll be working against the wind. Manhattan and Miles Pitts to kick things off here. Maurice Mack and Jim Booknight deep for the Eagles here, leading by a touchdown. 1/2 for the state title here in 6A. Booknight from the 3. He muffs it, picks it up, and tripped up near the 10-yard line. Great special teams work there for the Manhattan Indians. As coming down was Daniel Anderson with the stop.
I think they greased that ball a little bit, Theotis.
Hey, this is now what happens now, guys. Tempo setter. Third quarter, I like to call this my tempo setter. How a team comes out in the third quarter, how well they can come out and really try to do some things, how well this tempo is set early, and it starts right now, this snap of the football.
Eagles start deep in their own territory at the 11, 1st and 10. Lone setback will be, or I should say the eye setback is Maurice Mack, and they give it to Mack, and he's blown up. Nothing doing there. Michael Jevons with that 11 first half touchdowns involved. And it's going to be second down and long.
Good job up there by number 59, Drew O'Neal there, splitting the double team, getting some penetration. Also number 57. Take a look at it at the pit level, Theodis. I talk about you got to get some movement up front. There, good job there on the center, Hicks. When you get penetration like that, doesn't matter if you got Mac, the big Diesel, or anyone back there, it ain't going anywhere. Good play there by Mr. Wilson, number 57.
Second down and 10 now for the Eagles. Whitaker and Mack in the eye. Alan Stewart goes in motion. Optioning is Browning in trouble and going down as he's flung down from behind as Lucas Carpenter with the defensive stop. It's going to be third and long.
What Manhattan has done is set the tempo so far defensively. They've been able to get into the backfield, Rich, early to really prevent the quarterback to really go out and make a good play. You can see from ground level here, look at the penetration. They stuffed the fullback right there. Whitaker is stuffed right there, and the defender comes around the side. This is what Manhattan wants to do, get Olathe North in third and long situation, like now.
It's third down and 10 now for the Eagles. Play action. Browning going to tuck and run. And he runs right into Todd Hannebaum at the 13-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 7 now, and Manhattan got the momentum on their side.
Doing a good job up front there against the option, and what they're doing is they're pinching up front, taking away that dive read. But what's happening is that mesh level is getting too deep. Take a look at the pit level again here. Let's take Dallas Browning around the side here. Come on, buddy. You better lower their pads there. Here comes big number 81. Oh, a headshot. That's a 3 aspirin shot, folks, for after the game.
The Indian linebacker, Todd Hannebaum.
He laid a bomb.
Yeah.
He threw a bomb.
Tyler Webb to punt it away, 3 yards deep. Greg Gaskin's going to let this one hit. Takes a sideways hop, and Dan Evans covers it up near the 37-yard line. So great starting field position for Manhattan, only down by a touchdown as we play here in the third quarter.
Well, your defense just puts you in a good situation for your offense. Here you start on the 38-yard line, and just before half, quarterback number 1, Mark Irvin, with that enthusiasm in his huddle, really got rallied behind his football team, got his team in a position to score a touchdown, but he made good plays because of his play and the play of the offensive line.
1st and 10 for Irwin. Hands it off to Parrish, who hands it off to Broken Nicky. Makes 2 miss, but then Dallas Browning covers him up at the 34-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the play.
Yeah, you see actually there number 22, Broken Nicky, there on the play, but number 75 again, Venegas staying home. He saw the missed reads, but hey, don't follow that guard away because they're going to come back. He stays at home. Got an arm tackle in there. Could help slow up Broken Nicky, keep him from making big yardage on that play, Theodis.
Second down and 6 now for the Indians. 2 losses this year. One was to Blue Valley Northwest, the other to Salina Central, coming in at 9-2 on the option. Quarterback keeps, flag on the play as he takes it inside the 30 to the 28-yard line near the first down. But once again, a rare flag here.
Yeah, we had a few flags here, but typically what happens when they get out there, when the play is stretched that far, you get holding right there. Josh Carroll been tackled, and
he got disrobed.
Yeah, but good play by the quarterback. There's Justin Briggs on the 75. Watch it right there in the holding.
Kind of just
hog-ties him.
Yeah, hog-tied him, disrobing.
Holding on the offense. We'll replay it down.
Justin Briggs there.
And I hear the wind blowing. It's out of the south here.
Big number 75. You like those big 70s.
And that is a big number 75.
Yeah.
You know, Theodis, when we were in high school, a 210-pound offensive lineman was a big man. Hell,
Yes.
they can't even play quarterback anymore now.
Second down and long now as penalty is marched back to the 45-yard line. Irwin, shovel pass to Parrish, nothing doing. Venegas there. Also, Clay Rhodes were not fooled. The defensive line doing a great job on that play.
Yeah, on that shovel pass, you're hoping you're going to get some penetration up the field. You're going to let those defensive linemen get up there. But at the pit level here, you see Adam Venegas, everyone's staying at home. They read it. There again, Clay Carroll there doing a good job there. Clay Rhodes, are staying at home. Venegas staying at home. That always works if you can get some movement up front by the defense line in terms of rushing the quarterback. There, Olathe North didn't. They stayed at home, read the keys well. Big tackle for no gain.
It's third down and 16 now. As you take a look at Venegas getting ready to go. Brokonicki in motion toward the set. Now the option pitch to Cole Brokonicki. Cuts it back down to the 37-yard line. Dan Evans with a good open field stop. It's going to be 4th and long here.
Finally, he made the pitch. That's an excellent job there by Irwin on that. That is a lead option. They have someone blocking the force, Theodis. And if we take a look at it in terms, you're going to see him blocking the force here now. Now Irwin's coming here. He reads it. Now make the pitch there. You see the contain man take him, get up the field. Brokonicki, big play on the outside. And that's what usually happens on that option there. Once that quarterback's contained, it opens up wide for the pitch man to the outside.
Yeah, good moves by Coach Gene Weir, but what hurt that drive was the penalty.
Now on 4th down and 8, Brokonicki will punt it away here from the midfield stripe. Trying to angle toward the corner, and Gaskins will chase this one down into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, so the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 for Dallas Browning at his own 20-yard line. Brokonicki, a good day punting the football, though.
Oh, he's a strong kicker. Their kicking game is strong. They can kick off real well. The punts are very good, with or without the wind early in the ball game. The punts were very, very good, very high, not returnable. Forced a fumble early late in the second quarter. So really, they've had a good job today in the kicking game.
Whitaker and Mack, a line and an eye. Wing right is Alan Stewart as he goes in motion. Mack up the middle with some space. Mack dragging tacklers close to a 1st down at the 30 as Disbro and Gaskins combine for the stop.
Good hard run by Mack inside. This is just a straight handoff to Maurice Mack, number 24. Watch the handoff right here. Gets a good lead block by Roy Whitaker. Gets up in there, hits it hard, good positive yards. And we can see from the end zone camera, watch it right here. Watch the block by number 35. Seals the linebacker inside. You can see Maurice Mack reading his reads real well. Gets upfield. Good solid play.
It is a 1st down for the Eagles from the 30-yard line. Mack again will shake and bake across the 35 near the 37 before he's corralled by Gaskins again.
Excellent job here by Olathe North. Let's talk about what their offense is doing. Let's put somebody in motion, get the defense to shift over to the strength of the motion, and then let's take it backside. Watch the motion man come, but now let's take Mack backside there. You see him, the offensive lineman just washes the defensive line across there. Good job there by Mack, and that's what I talked about there. Good job by Olathe North there, making adjustments at the halftime there for the offense, opening up the running game.
2nd down and a couple now for the Eagles, leading by a touchdown as we play in the 3rd quarter here. This is the fullback dive, and Royal Whitaker to the 40-yard line. It's taken down by Mark Irwin there.
I think Dallas Brown was a little upset with himself that time. We take a look at ground level, and now he's not wrong with giving it to the dive back.
No, not at all.
But he could have probably pulled right there because you see the contain man tackle inside there, take it and work around outside. That's just sometimes that's that slight read that takes that quick 1/1000th of a second to make that adjustment.
But
he didn't do it.
But Rich, that's a good setup play. Now he knows what he needs to do. So if it happens again, he pulls the ball back from the fullback, takes it out to the wing.
And that's so important. He's reading that contain man, that last man in line. Does a contain man in the tackle take the dive pitch? If he does, I got to pull it and run.
Hey, sportsmanship is an issue that will always be relevant in athletics. Discussion of topics come and go, but sportsmanship is an important topic always. High schools have set high expectations for sportsmanship. However, sportsmanship begins at home. A public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and Metro Sports. We are in Emporia. Kevin White, Rich Baldinger, Theodis Brown, and Chad Harberts on your Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. The 6A title on the line today, and Olathe North and Manhattan going toe-to-toe here. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Mack off the left side, lowering his head and shoulders and pounding out to the 45-yard line. And a gain of about 4 on 1st down.
Good job. Counter trap there.
Absolutely.
Now, let's split it. Let's go with the same running back motion, but let's come back inside there. As you saw the defensive tackles now, instead of closing, I'm going to step outside thinking the play is going to go outside the tackle. No, we come back inside with the counter trap there. Maurice Mack. Take a look at it at the pit level here. See the counter trap right inside there. Good job there by the tackle, coming back to get on the linebacker. Maurice Mack reads that, gets inside for a big, few good yards there.
Mack over 100 yards rushing in the ball game, has 108 and 2 touchdown runs. Getting more. Maurice Mack into the secondary. Mack cut down at the 40 and then flies to the 37-yard line as Matt Plummer took his legs out. Big run by Mack.
Hey, credit that, again, that counter tray by that offensive line, the big gaping hole in the middle. It's the fullback action. They run the fullback one way, they come back, they hit the running back up the middle. Watch right here from above. Watch the fullback leads in there, hits the defensive back right there. Good job by Roy Whitaker reading the man, and a good vision by your running back Maurice Mack. Big gaping hole up the middle.
I like the acceleration on that play there, Theotis.
23 yards on the run by Mack. Give it to Maurice again, and he's cut down shy of the line of scrimmage by Michael Jevons, who's had a good ball game today.
Yeah, he has. He has. And that time they stayed at home. And is again, when you talk about this offense of Olathe North, what they'll do is they want to create that, hey, we're going to run to strength, and all of a sudden we'll hit it backside. They've done an excellent job here against Manhattan on the defense, mixing up the both inside with the counter trap inside, the tall sweep outside here. Good job by Manhattan's defense that time, staying at home.
Michael Jevons, a 3.5 student and a baseball player, and we have a flag on the play here.
Got a few baseball players out here.
Yeah, a number of good baseball players. Butch Albright talking to the
tough
official.
Guys.
I have to go down and give out my agent card or something with some of these baseball players.
You're a baseball agent?
Yeah, yeah. The more you can do, huh?
Yeah, that's what Theotis said.
Flag on the play.
Ouch, that really hurts Manhattan here. Olathe North's driving the football down their throat, and they get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and Butch Albright is getting it explained to him right now.
No, well, yeah. Did they not hear you read your deal? You know.
I've read 3 of them already.
Hey, it's a big ball game. You can't have something like that distract you, something to hurt your football team with a costly penalty like that. Unsportsmanlike. Unacceptable.
So it's 1st and 10. Mack right up the middle down to the 20-yard line. Delahanty makes the stop.
Excellent job there by the right tackle, Josh Carroll. As you see the split he took, him and the right guard there, Matt Smith. Watch the split here. It's a natural running lane. You really can't see at that level, Theotis, but then you get Whitaker coming up the middle. It opens up nice natural running lanes. Take a look at it again. You see the nice natural running lane there, and you get Whitaker coming up there in the middle. Big play. Hey, you got a man like Maurice Mack in the backfield. It's going to be positive yardage every time.
Yeah, those linebackers are going to see number 35 throughout the course of this drive.
2nd down and 7 from the 20. Mack gets it again. Mack pounds his way down to the 16. Jevons, Irwin there to make the stop.
You know, when I talked to Coach Weir last week before the game, he said, Richard, one of the things about Mack is his development this year. And, you know, Theo, you can talk about this being a former running back. How important is that, the experience out there, not only get the speed of the game, but seeing what your offensive linemen are doing every play in the blocking and how that affects your running.
Oh, it does. And the thing that you like about Maurice, this is really his first year of really true playing a full season at the running back position. So he's going to get better and better as each year goes by.
3rd down and 3, and the tight end moving early. Steve Atkins, number 80.
This has actually been a pretty good football game. There hasn't been a whole lot of penalties.
Until this drive here right now.
An unsportsmanlike and
costly penalties, though, Theotis, in a game like this when it's just competitive. So teams have so much talent on both sides. Turnovers and penalties are going to usually cost you the game.
Yeah, it's tough to win state when you know, getting penalties on you. But for Manhattan, they need the football. Time is up urgent right now.
Goes from 3rd and 3 to now 3rd and 8 with the penalty. Mack gets it, breaks a tackle, turning the corner. Mack close to the 1st down and has it down near the 12-yard line. Great elusiveness by Maurice Mack.
Good run by number 24, Maurice Mack. They coming right at you at your living room, folks. Let me tell you something. Right here at ground level, just a regular handoff. See, he stopped right there. Again, he doesn't have a 1st down, eludes a tackle there, dives for the 1st down. You like that about him as he gets better. As this ball game continues on, Rich, he gets better and better. Look at the pulling guard right there. He runs through the arm tackle, one-on-one. That's a tough deal for a defensive back. But there's Mack still getting positive yards.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Olathe North with a good drive brewing here as Mack just pounds ahead inside the 10 near the 8-yard line.
I want to see what the impact level there is. Number 35, Whitaker, against number 10, Michael Jevons there. I mean, folks, this is not fancy football. This is dive straight ahead. Oklahoma drill, Theodis. Take a look at it in the pit level here. You see the kick out by the guard, but watch Royal Whitaker right there. Look at the shot that he's delivering there. Maurice Mack coming up inside. And you know what I like, Theodis? This guy's pad level. It's going forward, good feet, good pad level, not allowing the defense to take a big shot on him.
Hey, Jevons don't want to see Whitaker anymore. He's starting to turn his shoulder. We don't want to see him.
Second down and 6 now, and early movement by Matt Smith. Going to cost the Eagles some yardage here.
And the reason what they're doing there is got number 39 from Manhattan. As we listen to the penalty there, Lucas Carpenter on the outside. He's a down linebacker. If you see the line, what he's doing is he's working outside. Josh Carroll's making a nice wide split. We take a look at the penalty there by number 62. His quarterback's fault. He called the wrong snap.
Yeah. All right, Smith. Don't worry about it.
That's all right, buddy. Hang in there,
Your
man.
sister wouldn't have done it that way. I know his sister. She great girl. Good little softball player and soccer player.
Second down and long. Tossed out to Maurice Mack. Trying to turn the corner. Jevons and Disbro get him, though, at the 10-yard line. It's going to be third down and long here.
Hey, good job by the defense. They strung him out. Even though he broke some tackles, they rallied to the football. There was more people to tackle than there were to block, Rich. Right here. Watch the regular toss sweep.
But watch Whitaker, number 35, dip and make this block right there, folks. That's what allows the big man right there, Maurice Mack, to get any positive yardage out of that. You got to highlight the big man. No matter what they ask Whitaker to do, he's out there. He's laying a helmet on someone every time. The big man, number 35.
RW.
Third down and 8 now. Toss it to Mack. Going to throw it back, looking for Dallas Brown, and he's wide open. Touchdown, Eagles!
A little trickery by Olathe North.
Yeah.
They took a play out of the book from Manhattan themselves there, but that's what happens when you can run the ball, that play action, quarterback wide open there.
Maurice Mack is now 3 for 3 this year with 3 touchdown passes.
I like those odds. I like that. What a good call by Coach Weir and his coaching staff. They sucked him in the you know, you toss him, you toss sweep. Here they toss the sweep. Maurice Mack is been running wild. He gets it back, finds Browning all by himself. Kind of shades of Nebraska-Oklahoma game. It was successful. There's Browning, good play. What a nice call.
And the extra point by Casey Smith is successful. 21-7, Olathe North leads it with 47.4 seconds to go here in your third quarter. So what else can Mack do? Does he drive the bus here? Olathe?
He may have to. He may have to. That was a good drive by Olathe North. It sustained a lot of time on the clock. Matter of fact, you have 47 seconds to go before the end of the third quarter. But what a good drive, just hard-nosed. You see Mack throw back, sweeping right, then throwing back to his quarterback who was wide open.
The whole Manhattan, in fact, the whole Manhattan team took the bus over to the right side there, to the right hash. They were all sitting over there, and Dallas Brown. But that's what happens. That's what that power running game gives you. As I talked about the splits, them working inside, outside. When you can do that, you saw the linebacker there, number 46, Alan Dishbrow. You also saw number 10, Jevons, just running to right there to Mack. It opens it wide open for Dallas Brown.
Good drive, 12 plays, 80 yards. You like that, yeah. And more importantly, used up 6 minutes and 22 seconds there, Kevin.
Wendell Parrish, he muffs it, picks it back up, and takes it out to the 32-yard line. And handling these kicks and punts has been a tough job today.
Well, I can't say the wind has been amazing. It hasn't been really a major factor, but it seemed like it has. The guys balls been slipping through their arms. You know, going back to that last drive, you know, you like that sustain. It was just nothing fancy. Sweep left, sweep right, dive left, dive right. You know, counter O. But now they don't account for the quarterback. He gets open, touchdown.
First and 10 from the 32 now for Manhattan, down by 2 touchdowns here. 2 receivers to the far side. Now Clark goes in motion. Pitch is wide. Parrish diving on it. And he'll take his knee down at the 29-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 3 on the play.
You know, Olathe North, when you watch their offensive line, they run about 3 or 4 different offensive plays pretty much. The counter tray, the toss sweep straight ahead. But what they do, though, Kevin, they do right. If you would watch films, every time their offensive linemen step the right way. And that is Coach Weir's theme to success. You do the little things right, and the big things will take care of themselves. That's the reason why he's so successful. He stresses that in every practice, every day of the week.
Clock winding down here in the third quarter. 2-touchdown lead for Olathe North. I want to thank the fine folks at Rental Service Corporation for their help with today's broadcast. You can call them toll-free, 1-800-RENT-RSC, for all your rental needs. And we wrapped up the third quarter of play here in Emporia in the 6A state title game. Olathe North leading 21-7. Back with the fourth and final quarter here on our Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Metro Sports.
Nice call. That's a sweet call, man.
21-7, Olathe North leading Manhattan as second down and long as we start the fourth quarter. Irwin with play action, and then sacked by Clay Rhodes, burying him back to the 20-yard line.
Clay Rhodes doing a great job staying at home here. The man hustling all over the field as he got that little thing off his arm. He said, hey, I'm going to finish this game here, showing my pipe. Let's take a look at it, Theotis there. But again, the play action fakes. He stays inside there. Keep coming, keep working against the big man, number 79, Ron Silva. Ron Silva, you know what he's got to do? Move his feet. Got to keep moving your feet. But you got to fire out on a play action. What he did is he just stopped. You got to fire into the man to make the defense stop his feet.
Third down and 20 yards plus here. As Irwin setting up the screen, finds Parrish. Parrish can't turn the corner as he's run out of bounds by John Pickens. Dallas Browning got a little contact there, but Pickens ran him out. It'll be fourth down and long.
Well, this is the first time you saw that screen, and they got 4 yards on that play. But, you know, one of the things that you like about Manhattan is their ability with these deceptive plays. It was third and long. You didn't want to risk anything. Safe pass, get it outside, but what hurt them was the penalty. The penalty hurt them earlier. And before in that last sack, it was coverage sack. He had no one to throw to. So Olathe North is playing their type of ball game on defense. That's rallying to the ball, covering everybody in the secondary, forcing the quarterback to make a decision.
It's 4th and 14. Brokenicki to punt it away. Nobody deep for Olathe North here. They might smell a rat here and nearly block it as C.J. Hogue got in there and he roughed the punter here. C.J. Hogue nearly had the punt block, and also Royal Whitaker were back there, and maybe Royal Whitaker got a piece of the punter.
I've never seen such good acting. We'll take a look. Royal Whitaker, from up here, from our vantage point, look like he goes past the punter. As you can see, here's the punter. He goes right through. He punts.
What's the mistake he made, though, Theotis? What's the mistake he made?
Oh, he didn't go after the ball.
He left his feet.
He left his feet.
Run to the spot. Run through the spot. Don't leave your feet. The referees.
But watch this. He tries to avoid him.
I know.
Now watch this.
Well,
oh, yeah.
That's what we call
good acting,
a roundabout kick in karate. He got him with the roundabout kick.
But
it was a roundabout kick. You missed it. It was that quick.
Yeah, but he didn't touch him. I mean, he barely touched him. That's good play. But it doesn't give them the first down, though.
Yes, it does.
Only a 5-yard penalty, so it'll be fourth down and a little less than 10 now as Royal Whitaker with all kinds of pressure. He's made a bushel full of tackles in this ball game as Brokenicki to punt it away this time. Once again, nobody deep for the Eagles. Gaskins lets this one hit and touches it right at the 35-yard line. So the Eagles will have it. First and 10, Maurice Mack. Has been a big story in this ball game. 148 yards rushing, and he's thrown a touchdown pass to go along with 2 rushing touchdowns.
And we knew that's what they were going to do, Olathe North. And I'll tell you what, Olathe North, they're not going to change up. They are going to come out to you. They're going to pound the rock. They've done it well, successfully every year, year in and year out. And you know, Theotis, when you can do the little things consistent, the big things are going to happen. That's why they're out on top right now.
Well, there's a tempo setter right here for how stern can Manhattan hold up now? They just got off a long drive. Now they're back on the field again.
First and 10 for the Eagles. Mack off the left side, running into Disbro and taken down by Drew O'Neal after a gain of 4 as we check in with Chad.
Thank you, Kevin. There's probably no one in the stadium rooting for a blowout for Olathe North more than the senior quarterback, Jonathan Lamb, number 2. He hurt the right thumb, broke it. He's been out for the last couple of games, but he is dressed today. And Gene Weir told me before the game, if they get into a big victory situation, a blowout situation, they're going to try and sneak him onto the field for one play to finish out his senior season.
Young man broke his thumb against Olathe South, has 6 pins and a plate in his right thumb. Hopes to be back after Christmas for basketball as Mack, just like a missile there, lowering his head and shoulders, and takes it out near the 45 and just about a yard shy of the first down.
This is student body left, student body right.
And bring a few extras.
And it's nothing fancy. They're just coming right after you. Maurice Mack is lowering his shoulder. You have big Royal Whitaker leading the way. Those big offensive line is getting helmet on helmet. Nothing fancy. You won't see anything fancy with Coach Weir's team right now. Clock 9 minutes and running. And I've liked the way this young man right here, number 35, has performed this afternoon.
Going to be third down at a yard now for the Eagles, leading by 2 touchdowns here. Early stages of the fourth quarter. Toss sweep. The Mack cuts it back and close to the first down as Drew O'Neal there with Lucas Carpenter for the stop.
Excellent block there. Take a look at Alan Sturr, number 32 here, coming on the kick out. And he makes a block, but right there, that's enough with working Whitaker. But again, I talked about the awareness on the field that you see Mack, instead of trying to stay outside, he sees that inside lane open up. He's got to make the cut. I think it's enough for the first down, Theodis.
Yeah, he was very patient on that particular run, but he's been patient throughout the course of this football game, Rich. Get that measurement here. Coach Albright looking on.
Ooh, a little bit short.
Ooh. Are we going for it, Theodis?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going for it?
Oh, yeah, I got to believe my offensive line can move 4 inches.
Yeah, this is a change for you. Usually you just want to punt it away. You know, I've worked with you in the past.
I have Royal Whitaker. I have Royal Whitaker in my backfield. I have Maurice Mack. I got that big offensive line. Hey, I'm telling you, this is state championship. Hey, this is snot bubble time. You got to knock them off the football, my
This is the game, buddy, right here.
Well, I would think I've already had the game won.
Fourth down, less than a yard now for the Eagles. And they give it to Whitaker. And it appears he has acquired the first down.
Big first down. Keep that clock moving.
No.
Yeah, the whole complexion of the game really changed that last series of down for the Olathe North Eagles offense. Last down. You can see the surge right here from ground level. From up top, you can see Royal Whitaker, fullback, goes up inside, plows in the middle, gets positive yards. Look to be a first down, though.
Take a look at good surge level there. Again, number 56, the center, Hicks, getting a good job there, getting his pads underneath the defensive tackle, working with the guard there. Clay Rhodes, keep your feet moving, dig them out of the pits.
First down, Eagles. Hey, sometimes we take what happens in athletics a little too seriously. We create life and death situations out of wins and losses. Remember, the #1 reason students partake in athletics is to have fun. A public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and Metro Sports. 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they spot the football at Olathe North's own 46. Toss sweep to Mack. Mack gets a great block, and Mack up to the 49-yard line in a pickup of 3 on the play.
And you know things are getting tougher in Manhattan. They had 10. They had the water boy. They had 10 men up in the box. They had the water boy. They had the bus back there, and anything else they could. And still Mack gets 3 yards to the outside.
All 10 guys on the line of scrimmage. Right there, count them, folks. There's 10 folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's Jevons getting blown out of there. War Whitaker kicks out, and you see the running back, Maurice Mack, kicks it up in the hole. I tell you, these linebackers have played pretty good, Kevin, thus far, but it's just a lot of Mack and Whitaker coming right at him.
Second down at 7, and the ball is fumbled. See, did Browning lose it? They're fighting for it. M.L. Lattimore and the quarterback Dallas Browning are trying to fight for possession of the ball here. It's like the exchange between the fullback and quarterback, and the ball came loose.
They seem to have been having a little trouble today with that in terms of their exchange, Theodis. As Olathe North keeps the ball here. Big recovery by Olathe North. That's Whitaker.
That was big. Fullback Royal Whitaker right there. You see Browning. He looks like he wants to take the ball out. And the ball slips through the back.
He got good penetration there by number 39, Lucas Carpenter, and he got in the backfield. Caused the mesh to be a lot deeper in the backfield, creates havoc, almost a big turnover for Manhattan.
It's 3rd down and 6 now for the Eagles. Toss to Mack, cuts it back, and he's knocked off his feet at the 48-yard line. Mark Irwin came in and shot the gap and took his legs out. It's going to be 4th down now.
Mark Irwin is going off kind of dazed right here. Wow.
He's not walking in a straight line here. Watch number 70, all 170 pounds. He's going to step upside here and take Mack. Now watch right here. Boom! I'll tell you what.
Get a nice kneecap.
His right shoulder's in his left shoulder after that hit.
Wow.
They showed him walking off the sidelines. He looked a little cattywampus there.
The axle wasn't really straight. A bad axle.
And he's got to come back in and play quarterback. 4th down and 4 for the Eagles. Tyler Webb on to punt it away. Greg Gaskins, who they say is a Division I prospect in football and basketball. Maybe the best point guard in the state. Great punt by Webb as he gets the coffin corner punt out at the 3-yard line.
You couldn't have placed the ball better than where the ball went out at the 3-yard line. My goodness, good punt, nice coffin corner. Hey, when it's going good for you, it's going good.
Big offensive weapon right there. Keeps you going and pins it back. And now they got the wind against the Manhattan. They've got to look to go vertical with this passing game. They can't. Quarterback can't take 3-step drops and look to go deep with the pass, Theodis. You're going to go with that play action. Nothing downfield against the zone. Get it to your tight end in the middle underneath there. Take the underneath 5 or 6 yard gain. Work down the field.
The 45-yard punt has the Indians all backed up as they give it to Romar Clark, and he navigates up near the 6-yard line in a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
That's kind of a strange call there. You're down, you're backed up. I know you don't want to turn the football over, but you're behind. The clock is running. You're down by a couple of touchdowns. You would think they'll try to get the ball on the perimeter, Rich, to really open up some holes for your quarterback.
And the thing is you've got to start running some type of picks or things that create some separation for your receivers to get them open here. And we know that Manhattan can throw the ball. Not done a very good job today.
2nd down and 7. Quick pitch out to Parrish, running right into C.J. Hogue and Aaron Hicks. They'll lose yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Now, Theodis, you're on the 2-yard line, and your quarterback's reversing out here on an option. I'm not sure of this play calling here. Take a look at it. Reversing out here. It's tough. You got a good pinch by the defense there by number 50. Josh Carroll almost creating a big turnover. I'm not sure this play calling. You need to explain this to me right now.
I can't explain it. I can't explain the play calls, what's going on now. You've got to be able to open it up a little bit. I understand you're down, backed up into your own end, but it's late in the ball game. You got to try to do something for your football team.
3rd down and 9. Pitch it out to Brokennicki, trying to get around the corner. Dan Evans there to secure the tackle and run him out of bounds. And very close to the 1st down, near the 13-yard line.
That's the way you play the option. Slow play it there. Allow some support to come from over the top from your defense on the back on the pursuit there. Keep him well. Brokennicki got the 1st down there, looks like. Nope, a little short. Might be a little bit.
Why would you not want to call that play the first time around?
Or work to the wide side of the field at least. But I still think you need to go vertical with this passing game, though, Theodis.
And Manhattan takes a timeout with 5:05 to go in the 4th quarter, trailing Olathe North 21-7.
You know, Theodis, you have Travis Chart out here. He's 9 for catches for 234 yards. His longest catch is 70. He's got 3 touchdowns. You got your tight end Spencer Roberts, who's 9 catches for 183 yards. Why aren't we looking to go vertical right now? You're down by 14. You don't have much choice left in it right now.
Time now for our Brand Smart play of the game. You can watch football all fall and winter from the best seats in the house on a new big screen from Brand Smart.
Big touchdown throw right here from Maurice Mack to Dave Browning. The quarterback was uncovered. Throw back to the quarterback. Hey, Maurice is 1 for 1. Big play, because at that time, you know, they ran some plays, positive play, but that's our Brand Smart play of the game.
The back cruncher right there. I'll tell you what, the big D coming out of the backfield to pick it up for a touchdown.
Maurice Mack threw it, and once again, the guy scored touchdowns in every variety, but he's thrown 3 touchdown passes as you look at his game going today. 161 yards, a couple of touchdown runs, and a touchdown pass.
Tough yards.
Yeah, he's been involved in all the scoring for Olathe North. 4th down and a yard here for Manhattan. They will go for it. Quarterback keeps on the option, has the 1st down as he weaves his way across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So Mark Irwin rushes it out and gets the 1st down for the Indians.
Irwin showing some slipping and sliding to get away from Whitaker there. The Gumby there effect, man.
Yes.
Bounce in and out. Take a shot. let's take a look from behind the offense there, and you're going to see right there. Watch Gumby get hit. Oh, he guns it around. Let's get back inside. Big first down. Keep your drive alive for Manhattan.
Ball at the 17. 1st and 10 now for the Indians. Play action. Firing the outside, looking for the tight end Wyatt. Incomplete. Coverage by Maurice Mack there.
And again, pressure by number 50, Josh Carroll. But the thing is what they're doing, Theodis, is they're running simple crossing route out there, and number 8, Travis Chart, is sitting down inside in the middle on a little comeback, like a little hook. He's wide open. Quarterback Irwin has not found them all day.
Well, that's where, if you're going to have some success, it's going to be right there in the middle of the football field with this 3-deep zone. You run guys to the corner, which occupies your cornerbacks. Now your safety has to make a decision whether to cover the guy or watch the quarterback. And like you said, the man has been open over the middle, but Irwin hasn't been able to see him.
And they've got to take that underneath, because they're not going to give you the deepness on the passing there, and they haven't taken it all day.
The 2nd down and 10 yards to go now for Manhattan. Ball at their own 17-yard line. Eatinger goes in motion as Irwin firing to the outside. Incomplete. Looking for Matt Plummer.
Wow.
Coverage by C.J. Hogue.
Well, that looked ugly, didn't it? It didn't look like he was. Irwin didn't look sure what he was going to do with it. Should I throw it long, throw it short? Here, the play action. I'm trying to figure that it shouldn't even be play action, but there's their ball. Look at the ball, just kind of slings it out there.
Well, I'll tell you the reason why
Bernie
he did.
Kosar sling.
There was a number 66, Josh Pickens, and another guy, number 35. Have we mentioned him at all? Number 35.
Just a couple of times.
He kind of coming around in the background of the pitcher, creates a little tension, and you need to get rid of the ball quickly.
They're down at 10 now. Irwin sets up in the pocket, being pressured. Now fires incomplete, looking for Brokenecki, who was taken down on the play by C.J. Hogue, and it's like pass interference coming up on the Eagles here.
Yeah, it was. It was a good shot. I
don't think the ball was
I don't know what C.J. what he's looking at, but I don't think the ball was catchable. The ball's over the receiver's head. Take a look at Theodis. Again, the play action here. The Romore Clark, let's roll it on out Irwin. He's looking downfield in the middle. He sees the coverage. But again, his receiver's open in the middle right there. Why is he waiting for him to come across? He had him open if the receiver would settle down, and that's where the receiver made a mistake. He's got to settle down in the zone right there in the hole. That's what caused Irwin not to throw the football.
Hey, Manhattan better find a way to get the ball down the field, because the clock is not an ally for them right now.
1st and 10 now. Up the middle and incomplete. Pass intended for Spencer Roberts, the tight end. Coverage by Aaron Hicks as we check in with Chad Harberts.
All right. Trainers have been a little busy in the 4th quarter, Kevin, but nothing serious. Josh Carroll had all the tape worn off his bandage around his elbow. He was out 2 plays, just begging to get back in quickly. And then recently it was number 20, Dan Evans, came out with a bloody nose. But, of course, he was only out for about 2 plays as well and back on the field. These guys want to finish this game.
Bloody nose, elbows, pads. Boy, I tell you what.
It's a good old brawl Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Out of the shotgun, they'll keep it on the ground. Matt Plummer takes it up to the 35-yard line and a pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7 as the clock continues to run. Eagles leading by 2 touchdowns here in the 4th quarter.
Where they're in the shotgun, the hurry-up offense, 2-minute offense. Thank you. They finally realize that the clock is important.
Royal Whitaker pressuring the quarterback. Now Carroll has him, and Josh Carroll not going to let him go. Sack back near the 22-yard line.
This is stat time for the defense. This is ugliness time for an offensive lineman. They're coming from everywhere. Again, you see Royal Whitaker under big pressure.
Yeah, Roy Whitaker was the first guy that was there, number 35. Pressured the quarterback outside of the pocket. Then you find number 50. Here's Whitaker right up the middle. He has him, flushes him out of the pocket, and here comes Carroll with the big paw. They said he had a bad elbow. It didn't look like he had a bad elbow there.
Looks like he sacked the lineman and the quarterback all in one there.
As you can see, here's Whitaker coming right at you, flushes the quarterback out, which forces him to roll, and here comes Carroll to finish up the deal.
Well, the problem there with Manhattan's offense, their blocking scheme, is somebody has to designate that guy as their pickup. They didn't on the offense line. The back's working weak side. Roy Whitaker comes in untouched for the big pressure.
Twice. The time before that, the pass was short because he was in the quarterback's face. Now this time.
Julie Werner, a senior from Spearville High School, believes that sportsmanship and team unity can make the difference. Attitudes are molded from the examples of parents, teachers, and coaches. Remember, set an example that you're proud of for eyes that are always watching. Keep a positive attitude on the field, in the classroom, and on the stage. A message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and Metro Sports.
Excellent job on your reads today there, Kevin.
Man, that's pretty good.
I'm telling you, the emotion behind those, what the passion.
Did you say emotion?
Passion, the emotion you bring to that.
Right here at the state championship game. What a deal.
Part of Metro Sports. No one does it better.
You got to remember next time we got to get.
I got to buy him dinner now.
Spotter next time.
We have to get him. Hey, he's big time.
I need a lot of things.
We will not discuss that anymore.
3:46 to go in your ball game. It's 4th down and 20 now for Manhattan, trailing 21-7. And Broken Nicky setting up to punt. Now Olathe North sends nobody back to retrieve it here. And now Broken Nicky will throw it, looking over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. Tyler Webb back there playing center field takes it in at the 50-yard line, and the Eagles will have it.
Well, that's just as good as a punt, and that's what they were looking for. They didn't knock it down. Somebody was going to intercept it, so Albright puts a play up there, and I've seen it happen many times where you will find a quarterback or a designated thrower just to toss it down there, and hopefully they'll be able to do that.
Let's check in with Chad now.
Right before that play happened, Kevin, right before Manhattan even broke the huddle, Gene Weir turned to his assistant coach and said, it's a fake punt. Get everybody back. Of course, that's what happened.
Well, he's done it for 21 years. You're not going to fool Coach Weir too many times.
Well, you see Tyler Webb doing an excellent job there, getting deep, not letting anyone get behind him there, seeing the throw there, making the big interception.
His 4th interception of the season. Give it back to the Eagles. Browning in trouble in the backfield and going down for a loss. Todd Hannenbaum threw in for a 2-yard loss back to the 48.
Again, then you see Dallas Browning have a little bit of trouble there, but they kept the ball. The one thing he has to understand is when you run the option, you've got to ride the center for a step there. You can't pull out, and that's what he's been doing. That's why he's been having some trouble with the snap all day.
Well, keep in mind this is Dallas's 3rd ball game as the starting quarterback, and comes in a big role late in the season, you know.
Steps in.
And he's done a pretty good job, you know. Coach doesn't ask him to do a whole lot, just don't turn the football over, and then Dallas has done a heck of a job. You got to tip your cap to him. In a very high-pressure situation, subbing in for an injured John Lamb as Mack crossed the 50 down to the 49 and a pickup of 3. And Maurice Mack approaching 170 yards in the ball game today. He's been very impressive.
Yeah, he's done a good job all day long. He's run hard. Big 3rd down or 4th down earlier in the game. There was big 4th down play. He had an opportunity to get outside, made a guy miss. He ran very, very tough today. You got to credit that offensive line, but Maurice Mack just done a fantastic job of really seeing his blockers and really getting upfield and making some things happen. I've really been impressed with the way this man has been able to run the football.
3rd down and 9 now for the Eagles. Play action by Browning. He's going to tuck and run, cuts it back. Nice move by Dallas. Breaking a tackle. Dallas Browning near a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Gutsy run there.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Weir wanted him to do that right there, but Dallas Browning showing you his ability, his athletic ability to cut against the grain. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but again, tremendous athlete. Take a look at Dallas Browning here. We're going to work on the play action fake. Roll on out. Hey, there's nothing there. I'm going to take it, wrap it up there. You want to hold the ball a little better than that. Not like a loaf of bread there, but creating. That's why Dallas Browning's got a bright future here at quarterback for Olathe North.
It's creativity, man. He gets the first guy, he spins off of him,
bouncing off people, twisting, turning.
Hey, that's a gutsy play.
But in a situation, you don't want to make a turnover right now.
4th down and 1.5 yards. Eagles will go for it. Toss it out to Mack. Gets the good block from Whitaker and has the 1st down as he's escorted out of bounds near the 37-yard line.
Oh, did you see
Alan
number 32? Woo! Boy, you talking about flat backing somebody. That is just student body football, folks. You get everybody coming to you. You pull a tackle, the guard. Watch number 32 right at the end. Watch how he finished the block. Right there, whack, right there. Watch Whitaker gets a block out there, knocks Gaston out of there, and good run by Maurice Mack. But again, those guys up front, you can't say no that much about them, but they've done a good job in controlling that line of scrimmage. Number 32, Alan, sure, he's done a good job. Boy, that was a good block, Rich. You got to like that.
Wow. Flat back. I'll tell you what, they took it to him. When Olathe North needs to step up, they know what it takes to be a winner.
1st and 10 for Browning. And looks like maybe the ball came out there as they handed it to Whitaker. He fell forward for about a yard here.
And as you see, Theodis, it doesn't matter what level of play, whether it be high school,
Timeout,
college,
Manhattan.
whether it be high school, college, or football, as we see the timeout here. Turnovers and penalties, very costly to Manhattan. My hat's off to them, played a much better game today, even though they did give up some big yardage there to Mack in the second half. They were in this game, but yet penalties on both sides there. It cost Manhattan today a game in the championship.
Yeah, you know, this team came in, and you're playing a really hot football team. Manhattan that lost the first 2 out of 3 football games they had this year, coming in with a 6-game winning streak. They were on a high, and Coach Weir knew that. You know, he says, hey, I want my guys still to be focused. This is not going to be easy. And certainly there's the quarterback right there coming in.
Lamb.
John Lamb's coming in with a bad thumb. I tell you what, he talked about that, Kevin, didn't he?
Yeah. John Lamb's going to get a chance to finish out his senior football playing career, and he's going to get in and play.
You got to like that. Now you really do, Rich. Here's a young man he's been there heart and soul of this football team, being the leader, being the quarterback, but actually getting a chance. Really didn't finish the season because of the thumb injury, but getting a chance to come out here on the snap and get your name in the old get your name in the books there, Rich.
Competitive fire.
There you go.
Competitive fire.
Number 2.
He's split out wide. Keep in mind he has a broken right thumb. And now taking a knee is Dallas Browning, and clock going to wind down here, and Olathe North will complete their 4th undefeated season and collect 1 for the thumb in 2001, their 5th state title, as Manhattan is out of timeouts, so they cannot stop the clock here. Olathe North will go to 12-0 on the year, making 5 of the last 6 state title trophies at Olathe North High School. Final play of the ball game, and Dallas Browning takes another knee, and the Olathe North Eagles win it here in Emporia. Back-to-back state crowns for Olathe North. Final score 21-7. Olathe North wins it, capping another perfect season for Gene Weir and the Olathe North Eagles.
You know, Olathe North, I'd say they understand what it takes to win. First half, they got a little question mark there. They had some penalties, some turnovers. They look a little shaky, but what they do, Theodis, they stick to what they do well, running the ball, smash them out, take control of the tempo. You talked about that. They never let control of that tempo in the second half. That's why they came on top.
Let's check in with Chad Arberts.
Kevin, no points allowed in the second half. What was the big difference in the second half?
Well, I thought we played pretty good the whole way. We just kind of like I told you earlier, last year we'd fumble and, you know, give them a chance down there. I thought we played pretty good defense the whole day, really.
Manhattan only 3 possessions in the entire second half of this ball game. Your defense did a heck of a job.
They really did. And that, well, our offense maintaining that drive, that was a long drive for that score, and took a little wind out of them, and I'm really proud of our kids.
I know you don't like to compare the 5 championships, but where's this one rate?
Right now, it's the best.
Thank you, Coach.
We're all the best.
Congratulations, another title. Thanks. Gene Weir and the Olathe North Eagles, Kevin, 5 titles in 6 years.
I don't know what he's more proud about. His son is a Rhodes Scholar nominee and was an academic all-district player for the University of Kansas, or just another state title. It's becoming ho-hum. The guy's won 5 now.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's easy when you got a kid named Sproles in the backfield for a while, and then you got this kid named Mack in the backfield, and another guy named 35, Royal Whitaker. I think it makes it easy. But no, my hat's off to Coach Weir. What he does and what he preaches, Theodis, doesn't matter what level, guys, if you're listening, you got to do the little things right. Every play. They don't make mistakes. They do the little things right, and that's why they're successful year in and year out.
One of the reasons I saw in this football game, the key to this football game was that third quarter when 12 plays, 80 yards, the Olathe North Eagles snuffed that football down the throats of Manhattan and really did a good job. And hats off also to the Eagles defense. Just pretty much just stifled Manhattan Indians' offense all day long, especially in the second half.
Olathe North, the 2001 Kansas 6A state champions. Final score 21-7. Back to wrap things up on our Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week after this timeout. Back here in Emporia at the Welsh Field, Olathe North crowned the 6A state champions in football for 2001 as they beat Manhattan for the 2nd straight year. Final score 21-7. Maurice Mack rushing for 2 touchdowns, 171 yards, and he also threw a touchdown pass in the ball game.
Yeah, the big diesel got running early. He never stopped. In the second half, that's what shows you what the running game can do, Theodis. You pound on him, you wear out Manhattan's defense, and that long drive in the second half, that was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that offensive line did a good job in the second half, and their defense came up big, really shut down Manhattan's offense. Really, Manhattan had nowhere to go, and I'm sure Coach Albright was kind of scratching his head and figuring on, hey, we can't do anything. This is a tough football team. But, you know, the score really was not indicative of what the game was. This was a flat-out beat-you-up kind of football game. Olathe North just pounded on them in the second half.
Down to the field now, and Chad Harberts.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm with the Farmers Insurance MVP of the game, Maurice Mack. And Maurice, I saw as soon as the game ended, the emotion started to flow. Talk about this victory.
This was a real big win for us. We worked so hard for this game, and you know, we just wanted to go out and do our best, and we did. And you know, we got the win. And man, we're so happy right now.
It took some hard running in this ball game. Manhattan was really hitting you guys defensively, especially early in the second half. What made the difference in this ball game?
You know, just keep pounding the ball. You know, Coach Weir always tells us, you know, keep doing it, keep doing it. Sooner or later, their defense is going to break, and we're going to have wide open holes. And you know, our linemen did one heck of a job once again. And this time, they really stepped up. You know, when we needed it. Our juniors did a real good job for us seniors. You know, getting our state championship. You know. We're just happy to be a part of it right now.
If you're going to be a tailback at Olathe North, you better have some ball game. The legend of Bino Gore, the legend of Darren Sproles, and now you have your own title to put up with those guys.
Yeah, it feels real great. You know, once again, you know, I contribute this to all my teammates. You know, we worked so hard during the summer and you know throughout the season. You know, we had doubters, you know, here and there, and
practice on Monday.
Everybody thought, you know, without Darren we couldn't do it, but. We proved everybody wrong that doubted us, so I'm just real happy about it right now.
Maurice, congratulations on a 5th state title and on being MVP of the game.
Thanks.
Maurice Mack, the star tailback of Olathe North. Kevin, happy about getting a state title with he as the feature back along with Darren Sproles and Bino Gore, who also got state titles at Olathe North.
Thanks, Chad. 171 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing for Maurice Mack, and he threw a touchdown pass. Your Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance Agent, player of the game for Olathe North. As you see, the Eagles wrapped around their 5th state title trophy there.
A very humble individual, but you know the one thing I like what he said about it is what head coach Weir said. Just keep pounding, Theodis. Just keep doing it. We know what we have to do. We just keep going. Things will break, and it did in the second half for him. And hey, this kid stepped up, created his own name now, and you know he was under the image of Darren Sproles. Can I overcome that guy's image? What he did here today, he did. He showed that hey, I am Maurice Mack, and I'm a running back here at Olathe North.
And he also did it with class, and I really enjoyed watching the interview with Chad had with him. Just showed a lot of class, very humble with his teammates, and I like him. He's going to go a long way.
Time now for your player of the game from Manhattan, brought to you by your Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance Agents. Michael Jevons, boy, he involved in 18 total tackles. Wow. Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance Agent, player of the game. Contact your local Farmers Insurance Agent for coverage that's right for you. Remember, Farmers get you back where you belong. Our producer today has been Matt Cunningham, statistician Ted Boland for Rich Baldinger, Theodis Brown, Chad Harberts, and this is Kevin Wyke saying good afternoon from Emporia, Kansas's Welsh Field. Well, we got another interview with Chad Harberts.
Josh.
As we check in with Chad Harberts.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm down here with Josh Carroll. And Josh, I think you only came off the field for 2 plays, and you're pretty angry about those 2. You had to get rewrapped. What happened in the 4th quarter?
Oh, I just, my string on my shoulder pads broke, and I had to tie it the whole 3rd quarter, and then I had to get that fixed. And then in the 4th quarter, I hurt my elbow earlier in the year, and my brace slid down on me. I had to get it all pulled back up and protect my elbow.
Coach Weir said your elbow was like somebody blowing their knee. That's how torn up it was, yet you play on both sides of the ball. You play almost every play of every game. How tough do you have to be to do that?
I don't know. You don't really feel it when you're playing. You know, practice is the time that it hurts. You always think about it at practice, but during games, you don't really think about it. You know, you're out there with your buddies, and it's just emotions are flying. It feels good now. You know, I got a month off before I can start wrestling, so I'm going to let this heal.
Josh, congratulations on the 5th state title. We look forward to seeing you defend that state wrestling title as well. Josh Carroll, offensive and defensive lineman from Olathe North. He and the Eagles take home their 5th title, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Chad. Final score, Olathe North 21, Manhattan 7. Olathe North wins the championship. Some final comments after this timeout.
And by AMC Theaters.
Well, Olathe North does it again, back-to-back in 5 of the last 6. They are the 6A state champions with a 21-7 win here in Emporia. And guys, impressive, nothing fancy. Maurice Mack ran the football. The defense always sound with the Eagles.
Yeah, it is. And Olathe North, excellent job. I mean, we talked about their offense, what they did with Mack, but how about on the defense? They took Mr. Clark out of Manhattan, never allowed him to get in the game at all. And then I don't understand Coach Albright's play calling. Did not do anything with the passing game, and I thought if they were going to be successful today, they were going to have to spread the field, try to throw some underneath routes. You're not going to move those inside people out. Again, Josh Carroll, Clay Rhodes, Adam Venegas up front. Tremendous job on defense, keeping Manhattan's offense cooped up all day.
Well, I understood their play call, and they really couldn't do anything, Rich. And really credit Olathe North. Gene Weir and his coaching staff did a fantastic job. Hey, when you're able to shut down your opponent, only 3 possessions in the second half, that big third down or the fourth down play early in the game, but that drive in the third quarter, 12 plays, 80 yards, really did sew the whole game up, along with the touchdown pass between Maurice Mack and Browning. That really hooked it up. But really, these guys did a good job. And credit Gene Weir and his coaching staff. Congratulations.
Olathe North wins the 6A title for 2001. And we leave you with the sights and sounds of the 2001 high school football season here on Metro Sports. Robert Walker breaking free, dives home 6-0, and he's got a touchdown to Nathan Winslow. Martin on the roll, in trouble, and gonna be sacked. Ball at the 32. Kirkendall with running room. Chris Kirkendall down the sidelines. Chris Kirkendall to the house. 13-0. Off sweep. DJ McLeod trying to turn the corner, and a sophomore does. Action fake. Now we'll tuck and run, and I don't think so.
I did what I think most high school coaches would do. You put the ball.
Down. Rogge on the roll, firing, and the pass is caught. It is a touchdown. What a fourth quarter and overtime this guy's got brewing. The junior. Ivy High School game of the week. The 6A title on the line, the Eagles.
But K-State would run into trouble. They don't score, but they score here. Louisiana Tech fumbles out of its own end zone for a safety, 9-7 Cats. After another Tech fumble, it's Josh Scobie on a 3-yard touchdown run, 19-7 Kansas State. Darren Sproles out of Olathe. Nice run coming up here. A 37-yarder. Watch him break through the defense and turn on the Jets all the way down to the 43-yard line. That would set up another Scobie touchdown. Looks familiar, doesn't it? Around the right side. Easy score, 26-7. The Cats roll on over Louisiana Tech, 40-7.